Welcome to the New Rugged Order Podcast, exclusively on the Hard Knock Digital Culture channel. Now give it up to your host, people, MM2K.
Me. All right, what's up, everybody? It is your boy MM2K, and we got the co-host Cold Blood Sensei in the house. What is going on, everybody? We're here with another episode of In a Row Podcast. Man, oh man, oh man, this is going to be a special episode. This is episode number 55. Holy cow! And today we're going to be talking about Hellblade 2, 30 frames per second cap, Stellar Blade, and the wannabe agenda-written controversy, and last but certainly not least, Cold Blood's favorite subject, Gears 6 hype. But before we get into all that, let's say hello. Everybody give a round of applause to our co-host, Cold Blood Sensei. Cold Blood, how you doing today, man? What's going on, brother? How you been?
Great. Got a lot to say about Hellblade, bro.
We've been talking on.
What the fuck are you hyping Gear 6 for? I really want to know that, bro. You got a game coming out. What the fuck are you talking about? The game that doesn't exist yet.
Well, here's why I did it, and I want to give a special shout out in the chat. Our good friend Erodimus is here in the chat. So earlier we were sitting there spamming in the chat, you know, Xbox, right? And I told you, I said, Cold Blood, stop, because I want Erodimus to bring his Phil Spencer lap dancing arse here. He'll think the chat is full of Phil Spencer haters. And Erodimus came and he said, lap dance and shake my head. So I got to give a round of applause to Erodimus because he actually came. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Erodimus. We appreciate you, good brother. It's all, look, man, we'll clown you. We are definitely going to clown you. But you know what? We'll clown you for any shilling. But you're welcome here, man. We ain't gonna Jazzy Jeff you off the porch like others. But let's give a round of applause to Erodimus. There you go, Erodimus. It's the best we can give you, the golf clap. All right. Yeah, Gear 6, man. You know, every week we talk about a game or something like that, and there seems to be this hype around Gears in certain pockets. So, I mean, I don't know. And I could have sworn I heard you in the conversation say how, you know, you were looking like, oh, no. I remember now. I asked you, I said, is there anything that you would be looking forward from? Like, if you could just think about it, anything you would be looking forward from Xbox. And after like thinking about it for about an hour, you said, I guess Gears. So that's why I think that in there.
Yeah, but that's only because Coalition is the only promising fucking developer they got left over there.
Well, let's pretend for Erodimus. Let's fake it and let's shield for Erodimus so he can feel comfortable. Now let me stop. Shout out to Erodimus. Erodimus ain't new here. He's been here before. He's left, but he's come back home. The prodigal son has come back home. Shout out to Erodimus. Yeah, but we got a loaded podcast for you guys. I can't wait till we get to the Blade part. So Cold Blood, because he's itching to let y'all know what's on his mind. I got some thoughts as well. I mean, y'all saw my video yesterday. In addition to that, though, we got Hellblade 2. That is, you know, it's the talk of the town. But before we even get into that, we do have some honorable mentions, and we got one in particular that kind of bewilders me. I think that Xbox is just simply saying, F it. Like, let's get all of our bad news out now. Some more news.
You're breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up? Oh, man. Okay. Am I still botting, y'all? Let me get out of here. Oh, you know what it is? You know why I'm botting? Hold on. Let me do something real quick. I know exactly why I'm botting. All right. Hopefully that fixed it. Did that fix it? Do I sound better now?
Keep talking.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
No, it's still like it's a crackling sound.
Oh, Okay, hold on. Let me do something. Hold on, give me a second. Let me do two things.
Always.
Hop up.
Every fucking podcast.
Let me get out of here. Let me end this. Now I'm back in. How do I sound? Do I sound any better?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Please turn the fucking streamer mode off.
Okay, we got that disabled. All right. What's up, everybody? He said, come on, cuz. Look, man. It ain't my fault. Man. It's you know why that happened? Let me show y'all why that happened. That's because Kareem Chaudhry was let go. So as soon as he's a technical genius. He's even smarter than Mark Cerny. So as soon as they let him go, the internet dysfunction. It's not me. It's his fault. All right, let's get back to reality. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that we are on Spotify and Apple Podcast. So yesterday's and Wednesday's shows will go up later today. I had an emergency meeting and I got to put them up after the podcast. In addition, we're doing something different. I didn't even get a chance to detail this out for Cold Blood, but shout out to Sean for giving us the idea. We're trying to get better reception and find the right home for a Foamy Friday. So what we're going to do is, for everybody that is in the Discord, we are going to do a direct stream to the Discord of Foamy Friday. So all you got to do is go to the game channel that's in the Discord. I'll get you guys the link and stuff right before we end this. Come and join us there, and then I'm going to finish out Peppa Pig World there. I got 100% this thing before I'm done. So now that I'm doing it after the show, you know what I'm saying, we're just going to link up there. You know what I mean? And see if that works out better. So those are the two things that we got going on. Cold Blood, what you been playing this week, man? Before we get into these honorable mentions, what you been playing this week?
30 FPS Dogma.
30 FPS dog shit.
I was preparing for the Final Fantasy stream. I still am.
Oh.
Bro, legit, this game is too fucking big.
Yeah.
It takes so much fucking time.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it on stream now.
Yeah,
I do
extra
it off
shit.
stream.
Yeah, that's cool. Shout out to everybody in the chat, and shout out to the people watching over on Kick. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Let me see. Rundown. Let's get to some of these comments before we hit the honorable mentions. Not Your Mother says, F a Xbox. Don't do that, man. Don't make Erasmus leave. We need him here. He says, hey, Mos. Me too, man, says Doriege. Says, I'm playing Dogma 2. I don't get me into a Dragon's Dogma rant. I already whined to my cloud gaming people about that the other day. I don't even want to talk about that goddamn game. It's freaking pathetic. Oh man. I gotta see that. T Harris is in the chat too. Shout out to T Harris. He says, yo, P-Rock video exposing cult bull-ish about Xbox 60 frames per second only games early in this gen is crazy. Age like milk. Yeah, there's a lot of people getting exposed. Did y'all see that tweet from Pork Up? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see this?
Grubhub?
Yeah, the Grubhub thug. Yeah, you say no, not the Grubhub coupons. Not the Grubhub coupons that he was giving out. They talked about my brother Tim like he wasn't the child of God. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when Post had said that what did he say? The games would be 30 frames per second this gen. I'm trying to find that tweet because I read.
No, it's the death of 30 FPS games.
Yeah. They're gone. Oh, here we go. From the Grubhub thug presses. Here we go. Let me read it. Let me read what.
Is it funny? Xbox is actively trying to revive 30 FPS gaming.
Next, they're gonna try to bring back 8-bit gaming to AAA games and shit like that. Everything is gonna look like the original Metroid and shit. That's what Gear 6 is gonna look like. It says Xbox. I'm sorry, Xbox Series X. Oh no. We got Xbox Series X optimized. Game will play at 4K 120. Base setting for the console is 60. So you're never gonna get lower than that. 30 frames per second games all dead. At least for the Xbox Series X. Hand me those pork rinds. So that is from our good friend. Don't touch my butter.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Don't touch my butter. Yeah, shout out to thank you Pork Up for the latest. We can have a new segment called the Pork Up News segment. Put cheese on them biscuits. Yeah, so that was a farce. That was bullpucky. And it led to a lot of y'all, and let's be honest, y'all looking like frauds because y'all were so excited about that, and y'all were led to believe that PlayStation would have 30 frames per second games. Remember, y'all thought that the hard drive was a gimmick, right? And then that got debunked when y'all tried putting what's the freaking game? Ratchet and Clank on a mechanical drive. Remember that? Y'all thought PlayStation had all the gimmicks and that they weren't going to be able to do anything with their hardware, and that Xbox Series X would decimate it. What was the one Chris Grinnell said? Well, I mean, games still can be fun on the PlayStation, but there's going to be 40 to 50 frame delta. Remember that bullshit? And look at me now. To quote Chris Brown, look at me now. What did he say? 30 frames per second games all dead. Hand me the buttermilk. Everything that y'all were capping for in Cold Blood, you can chime in at any time. Everything that y'all was capping for in regards to Phil Spencer's lies and deception have all fallen apart. It's been a house of cards that's just been blown away. Instead of calling Phil out for this and saying, look, we got duped, we were wrong, and standing for the things that you were saying, look, this is unacceptable. We want 60 frames per second gaming. Phil offered us these things and now he's lying. He told us that he wanted to compete. He was lying, all this other stuff. Instead of y'all having a stance, y'all now want to just wishy-washy try to make excuses for Phil. Here on MM2K Gaming, and this is why I invited Rodimus over here, we favor PlayStation as a console, but shit, for the past 2 weeks, we've been ripping them a new asshole. What's the purpose of the PlayStation 5 Pro? We don't really think that this PlayStation 5 Pro is going to do what people are hyping it up to do. What the fuck is up with Rise of Ronin? Why would you sell that for $70? So on and so on. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're loving our Stellar Blade and we're loving the other shit because they know how to put out quality. But we're not drinking the Kool-Aid. Even though PlayStation is putting out quality, we still ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. We still speak up. So I can't understand why me and Cold Blood and others like us can sit there and look at PlayStation and very easily say we can make create a defense force for even these other things, while we decide to be truthful and criticize when it needs to be criticized. But something that cannot be criticized, telling y'all that 60 frames per second would be the standard. Remember when Aaron Greenberg said that shit? And said it, passionately all over Twitter. That the Xbox Series S would be a 1440 60 machine. They wanted to compete. That they would be more competitive. All those lies come falling down, and y'all still want to defend them? You can like Xbox, you can like Halo, you can like what Gears represents, all that shit. And say the people behind you can like a fucking Lamborghini, but simply criticize the person behind the wheel and say that person behind the wheel is a fucking asshat, is an ass clown, needs to get the fuck out of here. I don't get why this is so challenging for y'all. But if y'all come in, grab a seat, grab your popcorn, we're going to show you how to do it today. All right? Okie dokie. Those are just my thoughts. Let me go.
Said you're a Luna fanboy.
He said, I thought you favored Luna. Number one, that's not true. But even if I favorite Luna, I'm going to criticize them. Yeah, I can favor Luna. You can favor Xbox, Rodimus. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you can't criticize them. And the thing that I was talking about earlier, where I was just poking fun at you, but some of it was a little bit of truth. Making these nuanced arguments, trying to find a win for Xbox. You're a consumer, bro. You ain't got to find shit for any of them. They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. Same with PlayStation. They don't know who me and Cold Blood is. They can give a shit about us. They're going to make their money, whether you defend them or not. You're not helping them. You don't need to help them. They need to be accountable to you. You are the consumer. What are you doing trying to promote a $1 billion company and help them out like they need you? They don't need you. You can be shot out into outer space and they're going to be fine without you. Same with us. Be a consumer. The only way you help these companies is by holding them accountable. When you argue in bad faith and don't hold them accountable, this is what you get. You get a bunch of lies shoved down your throat. I favor my stock portfolio. I don't even know what the hell that means. You favor your stock portfolio. So, again, capping for a company that sits there and makes up shit and then don't hit the shit, and got people like Satya and Nadella removing the shit from their compensation, meaning it's going to have an effect on the stock price. You favor that. Like, that doesn't even make sense as an investor. Number two, what you're saying is, I am a corporate shill and I don't care about the consumerism of it as long as it fattens my pockets. You don't win with that argument either way. Because number one, that's conglomerate corporate talk that explains why people may mute you or boot you off their chat. Nobody wants to hear that shit when we're talking about gaming consumerism. Secondly, even if this was a place where you would talk about that and you would be well receptive, it's not even happening. Satya had to remove Game Pass from his compensation. They just got rid of Kareem Chaudhry. Matter of fact, let's move on. Let's talk about that. Thank you, Pork Up, for the news of the hour. All right, let's talk about it. We got breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Kareem Chaudhry leaves Microsoft, report states. This is coming from Inside Gaming. Says there's a major leadership shakeup happening at Microsoft. That Xbox corporate vice president Kareem Chaudhry is leaving the company after 26 years. According to the new report, Chaudhry is leaving as part of a company effort to streamline processes and help Microsoft accelerate plans for growth, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox hardware, and more. We can't even mention, he was like the chief architect in cloud, but they can't even mention cloud in name directly. Anywho, during his time with Microsoft, Chaudhry led the company's backwards compatibility for Xbox Cloud Gaming, and even the company's new XEM Tech AI division, which his departure, the XM Tech team will be moved within the general Xbox hardware team that is led by Rowan Sones, Corton says. In an internal memo described to us, Microsoft noted that moving the AI team under their hardware ecosystem will accelerate innovation in this space, Corton's report reads. The report also says that a new internal organization known as Xbox Experiences and Platform is being created and led by Kevin Gamble and Ashley McKissick. The new team will work on polishing the overall Xbox experience across Windows and Xbox consoles. Other moves include Catherine Gluckstein moving to the lead Xbox strategy and regulatory team, as well as Jennifer Cregan moving to the lead analytics and business planning for Microsoft Gaming. Insider Gaming has reached out to Microsoft for comment on Chaudhry's departure from the company, but of course, They've got no response. Cold Blood, holy cow. So remember how, we'd all be playing in the cloud under Microsoft and all that stuff? And
no, I don't remember.
What the hell happened?
I don't remember that time. What are you talking about? Fucking xCloud, really?
Yeah. Wow.
Bro, what did Sarah Bond say about xCloud again? Can you look that up?
Sarah Bond and xCloud. I'll check that out. But yeah.
But she said this shit is not being used at all. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
of course he's gone.
Yeah. Yep. I think she said, according to IGN, if this is the right article. Yeah. Wow. This is interesting stuff.
Again?
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me try this again. Am I still breaking up?
Okay.
Yep. Yep. 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Your mother. That's literally not using it as a fucking way to game. Like, how many people actually demo through fucking xCloud? Let's be real.
Check 1 2 1 2. How do I sound now?
Good.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I might have to order another cord. All right. So Sarah Bond X says xCloud is Game Pass Ultimate's least popular feature, says the service running at a loss. Wow.
See? She straight up told your asses. Shit ain't growing.
My shit won't grow. Oh man. Let's see here. Not Your Mother says she said it was only used to demo games. Yeah, but
that's literally admitting that shit is fucking useless.
My shit won't grow. Yeah, that's that's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But yeah, they don't mention the xCloud. Maybe it's embedded in the AI work. Who knows? We'll see. But it's a damn shame that they're not even talking about it. I don't know. But here's the thing, Erodimus. Because you're arguing. You're not even arguing semantical points. This is whimsical shit. Like you're trying to apply football rules to a basketball game. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're talking about Microsoft stock generated went from 150 to 400. If Xbox was doing better, it would have went from 150 to 500. Let me get. I'm going to do this real quick in like 2 minutes. Shut up that point, and maybe Erodimus can get some breakfast and think up some better damage control.
No,
here's the thing, Erodimus.
Are we capping? Wait, are we capping here for Microsoft or for Xbox?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to cap for Microsoft by using Xbox, but Xbox is being a bottleneck to Microsoft making more money. He's talking about they went from 150 to 400. Okay, what about they could have went to 500 if Xbox was successful? Maybe even 6. So they're an albatross to that growth. You've made less money that you could have potentially made because Xbox is failing. Do you see how your argument, they don't win here, bro. They don't make any sense. Like I've noticed you on other channels be a little bit more thoughtful, at least a little bit more challenging. Did you have your breakfast today? Go get your ham sandwich. Go call up Pork Up. Maybe he got a buttered pancake for you or something. I don't know. You got to get it together before you come here, man. That doesn't make any sense. It was so bad that Satya had to remove them from his compensation. So if they're not making Satya money, Xbox sure as hell ain't making you no money. Get some breakfast, bro. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, man. Cold Blood, I don't know the future for Xbox's cloud service. I'm hearing rumors that they're going to restructure it. I don't know what this means. I'm not going to sit there and say that xCloud and cloud gaming is dead over at Xbox. I don't believe that. I think what this does is just underscores the failure that xCloud has been as far as what Xbox wanted to do globally. Like, they really thought that xCloud was going to springboard them into this cloud gaming console / PC ecosystem type thing. Remember when Phil told you or told us, I don't have to sell you a console. I do not have to sell you a console. So they thought that there would be 100 million users by 2027. They're nowhere near that. They're nowhere near that. So, all right, Erodimus, stop it. And then, so I'm not going to mute you, but now I see why they did what they did. You argue in such bad faith, it's disgusting. You said Xbox is now the third largest revenue producer in the company, surpassing Windows. That is after they bought ABK. So they bought a company that was already making a bunch of revenue. They combined it with their failing Xbox division, and now they're making a whole bunch of money and they're making a whole bunch of revenue. But in order for it to be profitable, they had to cut 1,900 jobs because Xbox was failing so bad. So that was just a combination of sources that were already making revenue. That is a failure. That's still a failure. They spent $69 billion for Activision Blizzard. That interaction has not become fruitful yet. If you're worried about stocks, you should know how the stock market works. The stock market doesn't just analyze how much money you made. If that's the case, then all the companies that have the highest earning capita would have the highest stock prices. That's not the case. So if you're going to come here and talk to me, and this is my arena, then know what the hell you're talking about. This is, unless you become a member or somebody does God's work and gives you a membership, I can't pay attention to any more of your comments. This is now I know what they're going through. You're making my nose want to bleed. This is such horrible argumentation, and it's so misleading. It's ridiculous. It's redunculous. So what that it's making more money than Windows? Microsoft now is a cloud / LinkedIn company. They don't even give a flip about Windows all like that. So because of that, the fact that they combined a whole bunch of revenue, that doesn't mean anything for the stock price. That didn't improve the stock price. What will improve the stock price is now, after their current evaluation, if they continue to make more money. If their assets and stuff go up further after this buyout. If that doesn't happen, then guess what? Your $400 that you made or you made up to is going to start to dwindle. But if you're all into stock, you should know that. If you don't know that, you need to find another financial advisor. You can hire me. I cost though. So because you argue in such bad faith, I got to ignore you until you become a member. This is why, and I wanted you to go to school like that. This is why you got ejectocito, cuz it's so dishonest and such bad faith, it doesn't make any sense. And the reason why people get agitated is you seem so much smarter than the angles that you're trying to pull. It's just pure stupidity. Microsoft doesn't give a flip about Windows anymore. This is not 1919. They care about cloud and LinkedIn and AI and machine learning. So if this did overcome Windows, so what? If you told me it overcame cloud, something that is generating the revenue that they appraise, then we're talking something different. They don't appraise what they're getting from Windows anymore. They don't really care about that anymore. And the culmination of ABK and Xbox have yet to be fruitful yet. They just bought ABK. They paid $75 billion for it, excuse me, not 69, 75 billion for it. They got to make that money back, so we got to continue to watch their finances to see what the revenue is. Secondly, Xbox is losing its bleeding money. Just combining two entities doesn't make the stock price evaluation any better. And you know that. You're on virtual mute. Anyway, I'm done. So with that being said, yeah, I don't think that cloud gaming at Xbox is done. I just think that this shows how much of a monumental failure it was. If we listen to what Brad Sams had to say, Brad Sams had said that Xbox was looking actually to not release the Series S because the Series S was being complained about by developers. They were like, look, we don't want to deal with this dog shit. We're going to develop for the X, and that's it. Because we got to develop for this S2, we're going to develop at the S's level and scale up, meaning you're not going to get the bells and whistles with the Series X. They warned them. And so then they said, Xbox said, all right, screw that. We're getting rid of the Series S. Remember, they scrapped it. It was Lockhart. And they were going to go with xCloud. And then they saw what Stadia was capable of, and they were like, "Oh, holy fuck, we can't release this publicly. We're gonna get embarrassed. We're like at the bottom scale of all of the cloud gaming services. We can't release this." So then they brought the Series S back. After they brought the Series S back, that's when developers said, "We warned you," and I think that's why you're getting all of the poor performance out of the Series X that was supposed to eat monsters for breakfast, right? So that's just a shame that Xbox plugged all those resources into trying to make xCloud pivotal in it reaching 100 million gamers, and they failed so much at it. And again, nothing against my cloud gaming people that are listening to this that like xCloud. If you like it, fine. It's just, it's not succeeding where Microsoft wanted it to succeed. It's like Stadia. We love Stadia. Amongst its peers, it was doing fine, but that's not what Google wanted. Google wanted it to, at some point in time, sooner rather than later, compete with Xbox and PlayStation. There was no fucking way it was positioned to do that, so they pulled the plug. And then they got antsy because they thought they were not ever going to see Call of Duty after the APK deal was mentioned, and they pulled the plug prematurely, but whatever. So we got to be honest here, and that's why I tell my cloud gaming people, y'all think I just be hating on Xbox just to hate on it because I'm trying to get in good with the ponies. No. I've been following this company for years. I used to be a staunch fanboy with this company. I've been doing YouTube content on them since 2017. Unlike me falling in love with the Stadia product and not really knowing that much about Google, I know a lot about Microsoft. And I'm telling you now that if y'all got PTSD from when Stadia shut down, y'all better be very, very cautious. I'm not saying xCloud is, I'm not saying the cloud, but have it sitting in the back of your mind and make sure you got a plan B, C, D, and E. Be very, very cautious on throwing all your eggs in the basket of xCloud and Xbox in their cloud service. Because, I mean, I'll put it up here on the screen for you again. Xbox Cloud is Game Pass Ultimate's least popular feature since service is running at a loss. And we see Microsoft doing a whole bunch of shit to avert a loss. Putting their games on stuff that we never would have thought that we would see them do. Putting their stuff on other consoles. Just throwing people out left and right. They just Jazzy Jeff Kareem out of the door. It's, anything is possible. All right. So that's what's going on with Kareem Chaudhry. We'll see what that leads to. What the fudge is going on here? Huh? We'll see what that leads to. Next, we got on that Cold Blood. We have on the honorable mentions list is we got Star Wars.
Are we done? Wait, are we done talking like we're called something like Stock Tutorial India or some bullshit?
Say that again. I missed that.
Well, is our channel called Stock Tutorial India?
Stock Tutorial India.
Yeah. Like,
what's that?
It's a fucking channel about,
Stock Tutorial. No. Ain't nobody. Look, man, I ain't think. I didn't. I'm sorry, I thought you said Stock India. I'm not paying no attention to shout out to Rodimus. Yeah, he seemed to be oblivious, and he seemed to be acting out online on why he was upset about what happened to him. But I just expressed why, so he should be okay. Maybe he got his thumb out of his mouth. I stopped adjusting.
I hold myself back because first of all, I don't want to talk about stocks, and I have no fucking idea about stocks.
No,
I'm here to talk about gaming.
No, I only address his idiocy for a couple minutes. The rest of the time I spent, I don't know if you stepped away. The rest of the time I spent talking about Kareem Chaudhry. Yeah, it's just, again, and I'm not trying to be mean to him. It's just, he argues in such bad faith and he actually thinks he's on to something, but subconsciously he's just trying to argue in defense of Xbox. It's absurd. We are not a channel that argues on behalf of stocks. I mean, if you want to have that conversation, call me. I mean, hit me up in the DM. I run at a nominal fee. This is, part of what I do for a living. So yeah, we could talk about it. But you gonna pay, motherfucker, you gonna pay me. But yeah. We're not we don't sit there and make excuses for stock tutorial tips and all this stuff. I just had to address him and shut him up because he's trying to find some wiggle room for his Defense Force tactics. Silverback says they just spew the bot talking. And as you can see, as Cold Blood alluded to, they're even trying to make more talking points. Now they're trying to get into stocks. Now they're trying to be JP Morgan and shit. Well, I defend Xbox because JP Morgan. Jackson Hewitt said. So now what was? Oh yeah, your other favorite Cold Blood, Star Wars Outlaws. So it looks like Star Wars Outlaws is going to have a showcase for the story trailer on Tuesday. I thought I had the link, but I guess I didn't. Star Wars Outlaws. We know how much you love. We know how much you love Ubisoft.
But they're gonna downgrade it, bro.
You think it's gonna be a big? I don't know, man. Massive is some.
Yeah. It's gonna be downgraded.
They some bad mojos.
Yeah,
they're really
especially massive.
Oh no.
They're gonna downgrade the shit out of the game.
No, he said especially massive? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I get with the Division, they suit that up for the presentation part of it when they had no way of having the performance at that level. But massive is massive is like when you look at the Division 2 and how well that stacks up what several years later it gets even against a freaking Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, is there going to be a downgrade? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a downgrade because Ubisoft likes to soup shit up. But is it going to be like some ugly looking massive? They're great with visuals. New looking Star Wars.
I'm sue the ass.
Yeah, they're great with visuals. This is from VGC. It says a new look at Star Wars Outlaws is coming next week. The open world game is scheduled to release sometime in 2024. The game looks to explore distinct planets across the galaxy, both iconic and new, according to Ubisoft. you can risk it all as Kai Vess, an emerging scoundrel seeking freedom and means to start a new life along with her companion Nyx. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. I can't wait to check that out. See what it looks like, see what it's all about. I'm excited for the game. Kudos to Massive for trying to do Avatar and do this at the same time. Like they kind of like Avatar isn't horrible, but it's like we've seen that formula so much. It's not that appealing when it came to that game. It's not a bad game mechanically or whatever. It's just the same old stuff. But hopefully they've had the right people on Outlaws. And Outlaws is fantastic. And just to give them even a double kudos, in my opinion, I'm hearing so much great stuff about Division 2. Like people that I've known to just like, oh man, this game as of late has just gotten so watered down. Like they're really excited about Division 2. I got to check it out. For them to be able to enhance Division 2's apparently the way that I'm hearing, Avatar, which is okay. I think it's the 70 score that it got, And if Outlaws is fantastic, like goddamn, yeah, that might be Ubisoft's bread and butter. We'll see. It's just my thoughts. What do you think, Cold Blood? Cold Blood, what do you think?
Same shit as Division 1. Run around, shoot some bullet sponges, run around, collect something, run around, shoot some more bullet sponges, end of the mission.
Oh man.
Get one fucking useless loot, repeat. That is Division 2.
This dude is a hater. Y'all hear that haterism? Y'all hear that haterism?
That's exactly what it is.
You hear that haterism? All right. So, with that said, Doriega says Division 2 needs a next gen upgrade. I think it still holds out well. I don't think that you invest in a next gen upgrade. I think what you invest in, you just work on Division 3. Like it's time to move on to Division 3. Start working on this EOL, this end of life stuff for Division 2. Let's ramp up to production on Division 3. And it sounds like that's what they're doing. Silverback says Division slander. I know, man. They some haters out here, man. I know, Silverback. I don't get it. I don't get this haterade out here for Division. Do us a huge favor. We want to get into the topics. We're about to do it, but we got at least 12, 13 people watching. We only got 6 likes. Can we get the likes to match? Come on. That helps us in the algorithm. That helps us so much. I'll tell you all the time, how we get bamboozled in the algorithm. And we're just hopeful that you guys will help us out in that realm. So please hit that like button. It's not going to cost you a dime. I promise. There we go. Start hitting a little bit more. I don't know, Silverback. I don't get it. I don't get it either. Hold on. I got to do something because why isn't the HTR at the top?
Well, you know why? I can tell you.
Why is that? Because
they disappointed the fuck out of me with Division 1. That's why my opinion on the whole franchise is very much negative. Because I paid 70 euros for that fucking game. And I did not enjoy it at all. Because I found out game got downgraded, was a fucking bore fest. You did nothing but the same hard challenge runs of the same fucking missions. They really got on my nerves. That's why I say Massive is not a good developer at all.
Okay. So when did the first division? Okay, so I have thoughts on that. I have thoughts on that. When was the first
please let's just continue.
Division 1
before we lose even more viewers. Please, Moss.
What are you talking about?
Let's get into the actual topic, please.
Division 1. Let me see. Division 1 game. Massive Division 1. You did it. Massive Division 1. All right. Hold on. The Tom Clancy, The Division release date. Okay. Is that Division 1?
Division 2 is the standard for live service games. Yeah, Ron. Okay.
The Division.
That's why so many people are playing Division 2 to this day, right?
Division 2, it has a great following. I mean, it's not up there with Destiny, but it has a following.
A great following of 5,000 people.
Nah.
Congratulations.
If you're talking about Steam, that Steam would probably only Silverback will tell you that Steam only represents probably what? I don't even say a quarter of their player base, maybe like 10-15%. I'm going to say this, and not necessarily focus it on Division, but that argument, the logic behind that argument. I caution against that, because if I followed that same logic, I'm never touching PlayStation. Like, I fucking hate Uncharted except for 2. Thought it was absolute dog shit. Horizon Zero Dawn, dog shitterer in my King Thrash voice. Dog shitterer. I just didn't like PlayStation. They were dog shit. PlayStation 3, blah. And it did leave a taste in my mouth about their pedigree. But guess what? They got better. God of War, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. And then even when it comes to Horizon Forbidden West is so much fucking better. I didn't like the Spider-Man game. I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't care for it. I love Spider-Man 2. Like, these companies can get better. Like Guerrilla's first time in that type of game, I don't think they did so well. They're doing a lot better now. And the same with Massive. When Massive first released Division 1, they had something on their hands. They just didn't have all the right parts in the right places. Even in Division 1, like, yeah, those first several months were horrendous. But once they started putting in the I forgot the name of that when they came out with like Chapter 2 or whatever, where you had the incursions, the underground rooms and stuff.
I get it. I get it, bot. Please, can we continue now?
Whatever. I'm about to mute your ass. With that said, yeah, I'm not going to fault anybody for being bad at first and then giving it a second try and being better. See, that's why it's not so much about Division 2. Like, oh, well, you hurt my feelings with Division 2. That just goes against the antithesis of where I'm at right now. Like, I love PlayStation, where I hated them before. So people can get better. I just, me personally, I don't have the belief system, you fucked up once so you can never do better in the future. Because to me, PlayStation games were trash. They were. The AI was horrible. The gameplay loops were bad. The fucking level designs were bad. And they changed that. And now I'm looking back at them like, holy fuck, I would have never thought they improved. So my message, my counter message is, as long as it doesn't break your wallet or break your pockets, be willing to see if things have gotten better. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody has a free weekend or whatever, or you got a chance to try a game, don't just sit there and wave your hand and say, the PlayStation games, I played Uncharted and 3 and 4, they sucked, and I'm not dealing with them, because that's what we're dealing with a lot. As I'm trying to explain to people why I'm playing PlayStation, they think I'm capping because they're going off old experiences. No, this is a new PlayStation. So that's the only reason why I had to rebut on that. It's not because of Division. It's that just underscores my experience as a gamer. PlayStation is better now. I'm telling y'all. So be willing to, try it as long as, if you're like, look, like I get where Cold Blood's coming from. He's not going to sit there and buy Division after he felt like he wasted his money. Fool me twice, shame on me. But if somebody got a free weekend or something like that and there's a buzz about it, be willing to check it out. That's just my thoughts. Because y'all do that, then y'all understand why I promote PlayStation so much. They're fucking awesome now. Sean's in the house. He says, I love me some I love the first Killzone. I love the first one. The other ones were trash. That's my opinion. Cold Blood knows I'm right.
No.
Hold on, where's okay.
Fuck your opinion. 2 is the best.
I love 1. Because I used to hate Halo, and when they came out and they were like, "This is the Halo killer," I was actually capping. Even though I was a big Xbox fan, I used to cap for Killzone. Yeah, Killzone's the Halo killer. And it was like womp womp womp. So I love the first one. Thought the first one was awesome. Okay, all right, y'all. Let's get into these topics.
Not your mother knows.
What'd he say? Hold on, let me go back. Oh yeah, his comment. I hate why this thing doesn't bring the comments up soon enough. He said 2 is the best. Resistance series says Doriega. How dare you, Cold B? Them some fighting words. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to get into these topics. Let's go. Topic number 1. Hellblade 2. Yeah, man. So let me just read what's going on with Hellblade. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga is confirmed to run at a 30 frames per second and is capped there on Xbox Series X and the Series S with no performance mode available. The choice for a 30 frames per second cap has sparked minor controversy, but the developers have explained their decision. Technical justifications is that they wanted it for cinematic value. Developers may at times prioritize visual fidelity over FPS, particularly on consoles, we get it, but communication about these decisions can prevent backlash. With modern consoles capable of higher frame rates, a 30 FPS cap may seem outdated, and fans just anticipated advancements with these new releases. So limitations on 30 frames per second can disappoint, especially when it becomes a trend amongst titles. All right, and so let's talk about that. Here goes one article right here that we have. Hellblade confirmed to run at 30 frames per second. My question for Cold Blood is, number 1, are you buying the excuse that they decided for 30 frames per second for the cinematic feel? And are you buying that especially after the fact that didn't the original have performance modes? So if that is the case, are you buying the cinematic?
First fix your 1 word per fucking 10 seconds, Mike, please. Because I did not understand half of it.
Okay, hold on. Are you guys hearing an issue on your? Someone let me know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if it's breaking up on your end too.
like this, bro.
Oh, he's breaking up. Okay.
Breaking up, yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me try something. Hold on 1 second.
So who's buying Hellblade day 1? Talking to me, Doriega? No, but a real question: is someone buying this fucking game? Before I answer about this bullshit.
Okay. What about now?
No, yeah, it's good. No, I just asked them who's gonna buy it day one in the chat.
Says I'll wait for the I'll wait for the PlayStation 5 version. Okay, so sorry about that, y'all. So no, it ain't got nothing to do with the speakers and the mic. It's there's something going on with my computer. Unfortunately, it happened right before I went live, and it would require me to reboot my PC, which it's just not possible right now, unfortunately. But my question to you, Cold Blood, was: Are you buying the?
Wait. Isn't it funny that nobody says they're gonna buy it on Xbox day one?
Oh no, they're not buying it at all.
No, I mean, or playing it on Xbox day one. It's literally people saying, "I wait for the PS5 version," or like Internet of Games says, "Game Pass on PC."
Yeah, nobody.
Like, where the fucking bots at?
Well, they're lurking.
Are they dead?
I don't know why are you guys lurking? IOG in the house. What's going on, brother? Why are you guys lurking? Like, come on, hold on, Moko. Good to see you, good brother. Like, I mean, all right, look. I know I was rough on Erodimus. He deserved it. But look, we got GEiX. We be having a whole bunch of people in here. True Virgil comes in here. We have a good laugh. Like, they're lurking and they don't want to say anything. I mean, this is an opportunity for everybody to speak their piece and give us a snapshot of what you're going to do. Don't just lurk. We ain't going to hurt you. I promise. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'll do this because they're not going to do it, Cold Blood. I'm going to start a poll.
Yeah.
Will you be playing?
But it's still, for me, it's better to know the reason, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, you can click fuck Xbox now, but actually you have a reason. Or like, yeah, I'm gonna get it on PlayStation whenever it comes out. But you can't tell that from a poll, you know? Unless you make the poll like this: PlayStation, Xbox, PC.
Xbox console.
Wouldn't it be hella funny if the Switch 2 comes out and this shit runs 60? Yeah. On the Switch 2. Brother. We're laughing right now, but goddamn, we're gonna laugh when this shit happens.
All right. So the way I did the poll, I
said facts.
X, because we don't know where Hellblade 2 could be coming to. Xbox console, PC. I have other console.
I'm gonna play it on PC. And if that shit is trash, bruh. Get ready for another stream. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. If like Starfield was the end of Xbox trying to compete, if Xbox wants to be able to exist as a feasible publisher outside of ABK, Hellblade has to at least get some type of critical appraise. If not, then yeah, I'm with Cold Blood. It's a wrap. Like they're just gonna like Xbox Game Studios is just gonna be ABK at that point. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that would be horrible.
See, not a single person is voting for fucking Xbox, bro.
I know.
See,
that's
proven, I guess.
That's crazy. But that's on Xbox, man. Like they don't have a care towards quality control. Like fucking Hi-Fi Rush and other games perform better on PlayStation because PlayStation sits your ass down and like, nah, we noticed this and we noticed that. Like, don't bring that shit over here. Don't bring that glitch over here. Fix that shit, son. Like, come on. That just proves to you right then and there what you're doing with. Kim says, but I ain't buying no Xbox for just one game. Man.
Phil Spencer said so, right? Even if this game gets a 90, nobody's gonna buy it.
Nobody's gonna, it ain't gonna do anything. Paul Game says, I can see Xbox. I can't, that stupid ass heart is in the way. Like I could see Xbox. I can see Microsoft selling. Does that say ABK? I can see them selling ABK in about 3 to 5 years. No, they're going to keep ABK. They'll keep them. The question is, will they sell like the other studios? Because ABK left to its own devices can generate some success for them. They've been doing it for years. But these other studios have been brought together under Matt Booty. Don't get me wrong, ABK's under Matt Booty too, but the poll needs to be not going to play it. Well, only answer if you plan to play it. I don't think we're curious if you plan to play it or not. It's just if you're going to play it, where are you going to play it? I think that's the whole point of the question. Really. Yeah, is like if you are going to play it, where are you going to play it at? And let's be honest, a lot of y'all have Game Pass. Y'all going to try it out. Stop it. Just like y'all tried out Starfield. Y'all ain't got, like I said, y'all ain't got a cap. We try to diffuse that cap meter both ways. Let's not cap. You know, a lot of you motherfuckers played Starfield. Y'all at least tried it out. Y'all at least booted it up. Y'all helped inflate them numbers to 10 million. Y'all gave Phil Spencer some bargaining chips. You know what I mean? But just because you try it out doesn't mean that you're an Xbox fanatic. You want to, okay, it's there for damn well, what, $1. It's going to be there for $1. Of course you try it out. You know what I mean? So, Cold Blood, my question was before it started breaking up is they decide, okay, are you buying the excuse that the reason why it's 30 frames per second is for cinematics, especially when the first Hellblade had performance modes, if my memory serves me correct? Are you buying that excuse? Uh-oh, did we lose Cold Blood? I think we lost Cold Blood. Oh, man. We got...
Sorry, I was away for a second.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right. And I was saying, are you buying the excuse that it's 30 frames per second because of cinematics? Even though, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the first one had performance modes. So if that is the case, are you buying this? Oh, it's 30 frames for the cinematic feel. You buying that excuse?
No, they should be fucking honest and say Unreal Engine 5 just can't run on a fucking Xbox. I mean, isn't that the fucking reason, really? Yeah. Like, look at Immortals of Avium, this fucking dog shit game.
Oh yeah.
It's also on Unreal Engine 5, and that shit can run for shit at 60 FPS. Even PCs struggle with that goddamn game.
Yeah, it's trying to find.
Oh, this cinematic excuse brought the one that said that should be crucified and stoned. Just like fucking Todd Howard should have been crucified for his fucking. It's more cinematic, and I love 30 FPS.
Yeah.
Fucking goofy motherfucker. Sean, loved is a way too strong word. Way too strong. For a 6.5 out of 10 game, loved is a very strong word.
Yeah.
No.
Holomoku says, I never had Game Pass, never had it. I mean, and I know there's some people that just like refuse it, but a lot of us, we have it. I have it. I have it mainly, I'm not playing on it every day, but I have it mainly because, you know, we create content, and when shit drops, it's accessible and it makes it easy for me. And that's why, and that's what I want people to understand. This is why the industry caps. So this is half of the reason why the industry caps for Game Pass so much.
Can you explain to me why developers have to lie about their own game?
Because they're trying to damage control. It's just a damage control instinct.
But why?
Because they think. Go ahead.
Okay, if it's because of the Series S, I would have get it. Yeah, because I don't want that kind of fucking backlash.
Mm-hmm.
But if the goddamn engine just is too taxing on these dog shit consoles, yeah, then tell it how it is, and people gonna understand. At least we don't have to go look for the answers no more.
Well,
because you're gonna look even more like a clown afterwards. With all the cinematic, like, fuck that shit.
Well,
no.
That is a good point, but I think that they're afraid of the backlash.
They're getting the backlash anyway now, and being clowned for it.
But I think that they fear that the other backlash would be bigger. Is okay. Then why did you sell us on 60 frames per second if the games that you were making can't do it? That they fear. Now it probably would. I mean, there's no easy way out of this. They can't slither away from this. They're lying about both. So they got to take the bullet for one of them. But they're thinking, and I do agree with IOG that it's the publishers, because it's executive talk. It's like, oh, we got to cover up this lie, this grand lie we've been telling. They've been selling us on 60 frames per second because that's how they got us to buy this box. That's how they got us to buy these boxes. It's 60 frames, 60. So if you're developing games now that are not capable of 60 frames per second, you knew that before you developed the box. I mean, you knew that before you sold us the box, because you were developing these games last gen. So if you know that you weren't going to hit 60 frames per second, why did you sell us this lie? And they feel like that is probably a question that's a backlash they don't want to deal with. They rather deal with lying and being caught up. It's corporate speak. It's corporate speak at the highest level, and it's not to make sense. It's only to minimize risk, because they don't care about us. They don't care about, like,
Rodimus. Wait. Let me address Rodimus one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you even listen to what I said? I said exactly what the fuck you just said. What are you listening to, bruh? I said exactly the same thing. I even gave you the excuse you've been looking for this being 30 FPS. Like, why repeat after me? Like, okay, yeah, you mentioned the damn demo they showed, but fuck, I told you even an example of another game that came out.
Now get him some more, man. Get him some more. He came up out of the cave to get done in. Get him some. Nah,
giving color. Okay, bro. You got it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not damage controlling for nothing, brother.
Said,
but you try to damage control for this now.
He said, "Remember the first."
No, look. I'm saying the developers lied to your face, not telling how it actually is. Which, in my opinion, is the worst a developer can do. They should have said, UE5 is such an advanced fucking engine that we just can't get it running at 60 FPS. Sorry. That should have been the fucking excuse. Nothing else. All the cinematic bullshit, they just try to scam you out of your money. Like, oh, look how cinematic it's gonna be. Fuck off. No. I don't want to hear that shit.
Just for context, for our audio listeners, he says, remember the first UE5 demo where they said it was only possible on PlayStation 5 and it ran 1800p at 30 frames per second. UE5 is very taxing engine with all those nanite features turned on.
Why give that context? We all know the UE5 is a fucking
we know. Yeah, we know it's but that's still no excuse for selling us 60 frames per second on games this generation, and you're developing a whole bunch of shit in UE5. And dare I say that the biggest talking point on 60 frames per second was Xbox, and they're coming out with most games. They're coming out of the two. They're coming out with the most games on UE5. Was Redfall on Unreal Engine 5?
No.
Okay.
That dog shit was on Unreal Engine 4, from what I remember.
I was gonna say, was it on Unreal Engine 2?
Are we going the Cold Eastwood route now? Yeah, making up shit.
Unreal Engine, the Peppa Pig version, the free Peppa Pig version, with all the Peppa Pig assets and shit. Let me stop. Rodimus, I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, brother. To Cold Blood's point, though, for whatever reasons, it is taxing. I do get that, but the problem is that for whatever reasons that it is taxing, the motherfuckers told us that we were going to get 60 frames per second gaming, to expect it, and we're not getting it. And then to laser focus in on Xbox, because this is about Hellblade. Xbox was the biggest proponent and the biggest seller of 60 frames per second in high performance gaming. And then they're coming out with more games out of their unit that is capped at 30 frames per second on the world's most powerful console. To me, that's absurd and unacceptable. So yeah, UE5 may be a problem, but I see an even bigger problem on top of that from Microsoft. I said this in my video yesterday. I see an industry problem with Unreal Engine 5, and I don't know why Unreal Engine 5's optimization, or whatever you want to call it, is just so grossly bottlenecking on CPU, where we know that people are expecting better performance. I get that it can do these graphical things, but if it's doing it at the expense of performance that much, then maybe it needed a little bit more time in the fucking oven. That being said, on top of that mess right there, we have a platform holder and a platform maker that pounded the table the most on high performance gaming. Nobody was doing that between the end of last gen and the beginning of this gen, like Phil Spencer. And he did that knowing, and that he sold us a 1440p 120 machine up to 120, and a 1440p 60 machine and a 4K 60 machine. That was the selling line to us. And he was so off base that Microsoft had to private their YouTube video in which they advertised the machines as operating that way. So all while he was fooling us, they knew that they had in the pipeline a bunch of games that could not perform at 60. It's one thing if a third-party developer wasn't doing it, if you thought that you gave them enough and the tools and all that other. It's one thing to see the third-party people do it. You got somewhat of a slither of an excuse, especially because if you look at the PlayStation 3, a lot of people complain about the cell processor, but when PlayStation's internal developers got a hold of that shit, their shit rivaled everything. I may have not liked the games, but the games were fucking gorgeous on the PlayStation 3. But you compare that to what's going on now, Microsoft themselves, Xbox themselves are utilizing the box worse than the third-party devs are. Worse. That's a problem. It's a serious problem. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate the point, Erodimus, but I think trying to get into the nooks and crannies of what's going on with Unreal Engine, that's not the point. The point is, okay, we get that UE5 was a problem. So to Coldblood's point, if you knew that was a problem, why did you sell us on performance? And two, why are you trying to fix a lie with another lie? I think that's more of his overarching point, is why the fuck are you trying to fix a lie with another lie? Like, let's fix the original lie. Let's just be honest and say, you know what? These games that we're trying to present you the best fidelity possible. And we're using Unreal Engine 5 for that. There's there has to be a balance. So in order for us to provide this great fidelity, we had to build the game up on Unreal Engine 5 with 30 frames per second in mind. We hope that you will appreciate the experience. Look at these reviews. These people are saying, these journos that we've paid off well. No, these journalists played it with the 30 frames per second cap and they're enjoying it. You don't make up some bullshit about cinematics. That's dog shit. We heard that with Starfield, and if it was all about cinematics, then why even make it 60 frames per second on the fucking PC? Do what Dragon's Dogma did, right? What did Dragon's Dogma do? Dragon's Dogma just said, fuck it, you ain't getting 60 nowhere. Because we're all about the quality in the cinematics, right? That's why I think it's dog shit. Like Dragon's Dogma, even though I think that their approach was dog shit too, they just said, fuck it, we're targeting 30. We're targeting 30. If you can find a way to get 60, good for you. We're targeting 30. That's someone who is doing it for the cinematics. They're targeting 30. You're not doing it for the cinematics if I can get 60 on the fucking PC. If you think the way to play the game is to bump up everything else and give me 30, then that's what the fuck you're doing everywhere. So that's I think that's the bigger issue, is why did you sell us on these 30 frames, these 60 frames per second games if you knew you were going to jump to UE5 and you're only going to give us 30 frames per second? You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, those are our thoughts on Hellblade 2. It's a damn shame to see. I hope for the sake of...
Wait, is that all? That's all you had?
Well, I think we covered the other questions.
We're not gonna talk about how the previous mentioned it's the same fucking puzzles like the first one.
Oh no, I didn't see that part.
There's black boss on the top and on the bottom.
Oh no, I didn't. No. Okay, go ahead. Close this out with the rest of the shit. I didn't see that part.
No, I mean, if you did not see it, why? You gotta see it yourself first.
Well, no, you can inform us. You can, it's okay. Shit, I want now. You got my interest peaked. I want to hear this shit now.
Well, battles are only one-on-one. She's not fighting multiple enemies.
I did hear that. Yeah. But see, I never played the...
What the fuck? Why are we almost going backwards? This makes no sense.
So the first one, you fought multiple enemies, huh?
My issue is not with the fucking 30 FPS with this game. It's literally everything else right now. The 30 FPS is a fucking L to the Xbox, yeah. But I couldn't care less because I played on PC. But goddamn, when I heard this game is gonna be just another like a sequel, literally sequel without no fucking advancements besides the graphics made, bruh, really?
So the first one you could play multiple. You would fight multiple enemies at once, right? At times.
What?
I said the first one you would fight multiple enemies at once. In the first one, right?
You had, from what I remember, you had multiple enemies there, but you still. I think you still fought one-on-one. Doc says this is a disgrace to the Series X.
Shout out to Doc in the chart. What's up, brother? It's a disgrace to the Series X, says Doc Dark. Doc, I saw your video where you got your PC behind your TV. Doc, Doc, do you want to hop in on the chat on the panel? Do you have a moment, or you just got to be in the chat? Because I can give you a link. I could DM you a link if you want to hop in. But why? Just if you can hop in, I'm interested to get your thoughts on this because I didn't play the first one. I'm trying to get you. Cold Blood is elaborating on why he doesn't give a shit about the issues with the Xbox. He's just this is a game that he was looking forward to, and
I've been playing it multiple times.
Yeah.
That was the only fucking game from Xbox that I really look forward to, and listening to the fucking previews, it got more and more fucking boring to me. Like, bro, you explained to me the first fucking part of this game.
Am I breaking up again? Cold Blood?
Sometimes it's crackling a little bit.
Oh God, yeah, it's just PC. I've closed out everything. I don't know what's going
on. Doc said send him a link. He's coming in 10 minutes.
Okay, all right.
You can do 10 minutes.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I'm interested to get your thoughts, Doc, on this because I haven't played the first one. And I just want to see in comparison to the first one, do you think this is an adequate sequel? Let me find you, Doc, in here. Doc. Yeah, it's definitely my computer because everything is moving slow. All right, Doc, I just emailed you. I just DM'd you on Twitter, the Discord link. So get in the Discord link. Just check off the boxes. Welcome to the Discord. And then when you get in, just drop into any voice chat, like drop it into the general voice chat and I'll drag you down. The voice chat that has the phone next to it, just drop there and I'll drag you down. Erodimus is asking how, Doc Dark. He doesn't understand why it's a disgrace to Xbox to you, which maybe you can wait to elaborate on once you get in here.
Doc got promised next gen gaming and he didn't get it.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. Like he expected.
It's as simple as that.
I mean, that is the. He's not even insulting Xbox really.
Yeah,
with this one, it's just a fact. It is a disgrace to the Series X.
I don't think. I just don't understand, and it's not just Erodimus. I don't get y'all that feel like that you have to defend everything that Microsoft messes up. Like, why? Okay, Doc creates content where he is pro Xbox, right? And he acknowledges them effing up. I don't get why that can't be understood. Like, they promoted the Series X under a certain pretense. He didn't say Series S. He said Series X. They promoted the Series X under a certain pretense. And now they are actually developing in-house games that are not meeting that pretext. Where the argument was they're going to be the ones hitting 30 frames per second. And Sony is delivering what Xbox promised. I just don't understand, bro.
It's even a bigger shame that Sony can shit out games that have 60 FPS, 40p with ray tracing. Like, bro, nobody's doing it right now on consoles.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Let me see if. Yeah, Doc, when you get in again, just go into the voice chat general with the red phone next to it. Yeah, I'm just confused, man. This is Rodimus. Hellblade 1 ran at a higher res in 2 visual modes and 60 frames per second on base PS4. See, here's going to be the excuse, though, Doriega. But it's on Unreal Engine 5. Like, if somebody, okay, let's try it this way. If in announcing Hellblade 2, if they would have announced, hey guys, we're going to be developing this game on Unreal Engine 5, which makes it impossible for us to do 60 frames per second. How do y'all feel about that? Rodimus, honestly, what do you think the reception would have been even back then? It would have been, hell no. Y'all sold us on a 60 frames per second box. This is your selling point. Well, fuck it then. Don't make it on Unreal Engine 5, make it on 4. Just do the best visual job you can on 4.
Is Doc in Discord?
Don't see him yet.
Not yet.
Oh, you do? Welcome.
I don't see him.
No, I don't see him yet. I didn't see him getting to the welcome. No, not yet. Yeah, I'm watching for him. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, if you can continue to watch for him too, because as I try to flip through these comments, yeah, I don't get the urgency to defend that. There's nothing to defend here. Xbox has made a promise that they can't keep up with. Shout out to the homie Will Sink. He says, damn, Xbox has been giving podcast material for weeks on end. Laugh out loud. Shout out to Will. Hey, Will, if you watching, you can hop in too, bro. Matter of fact, we live. Matter of fact, we live. Doc is jumping in for a sec. Feel free to do the same. I like to do this because these are Xbox people who have been arguing with me for years. Shout out to Doc Dark. If y'all don't remember, we used to have a podcast called The Commission. It was me, Project Storm, Snow Bunny, Tronny. We had Proper's Place, and Doc Dark. And we would debate this shit through the whole show. It was a very entertaining show. I wish we could have kept it up. Yeah, so don't take it from me. Doc Dark is no corporate shill, or he's not a MM2K loyalist either on the other side, to where he's got to say something for me to approve of. Just like a few videos back he did, he called himself calling me out, said I was a pony, but it was all in jest. Y'all don't want to believe me and Cold Blood? Me and Cold Blood are just yelling and just saying shit just to sound angry? Take it from Doc. Take it from Will Sink. Like, these are Xbox dudes. These are the dudes that argue with me on some of the points that I make. You don't want to believe me when things are hitting rock bottom and they need to do better? Listen to them. I don't get this Xbox Defense Force. We have like 12 votes now. Nobody is voting for Xbox. Thank you for the 14 likes, y'all. I appreciate it. Nobody is voting for Xbox. Nobody.
Told you.
There's nothing to defend here. And I'm not saying you can sit there and say, well, my preference is like 30 frames per second. Like Cold Blood, he'll play games at 30 frames per second. I can't. But even with his preference, Cold Blood will say, no, this shit is unacceptable because this was your selling point and you fucked up. I go through this spiel because I'm trying to get us out of waving our flags and being consumers again. Twitter got us all Twitter and YouTube has us messed up thinking that every day we got to find some way to defend a brand that don't care about us. All they care about is showing investors that they got us brainwashed. And so investors, you see, we got this, you see this person out here capping for us for no apparent reason. We're not sending them a game, nothing. We're not sending them a code. We ain't sending them shit. He's capping for us every day. We got millions and tens of millions of those. So whatever we put out there, they're going to buy it. Investors don't care if the product or service that you're putting out there, you're putting it out there ethically. They don't care if you're lying to the consumer and the consumer, or, you know, if you're fulfilling all your promises. All investors care about is, are they buying your product and your service? That's all they care about. Let's not make it easy for them to rob us and beat us in the head with a cash register. Stand up, even when it's your product of choice, when they're not doing what they're supposed to do. There's nothing to defend. It's okay. Doc Dark is in here now.
Oh, yeah.
So
I wish
Doc,
I could ask one of these developers from Ninja Theory, what purpose was there being bought by Microsoft?
yeah,
Like, I don't see it.
exactly.
Yeah, where is Doc?
He
He's in
joined.
general.
Bro. Oh,
He's
he
in
is?
general.
Okay. Cool. Okay, we're gonna bring my brother back.
I give him the stage, and I need to go for a second.
Okay, that's cool. All right, bringing him down. I'm trying to bring him. There you go. Oh shoot! All silky now. There he goes. Can you hear me, brother? You're kind of low. See your mic moving. He's here. We have the illustrious Doc Dark here. He's coming. But yeah, that's my thing, man. Like, okay, y'all don't want to take it from me. Take it from somebody that doesn't agree with me all the time. Doc has done more than enough to hold his own, to show that he can hear my piece and totally disagree with it and give his piece too. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him give his 2 cents on this, and I'll shut up as soon as he gets his mic together. And look, Cold Blood even left. Hey, Doc.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you, but you're kind of low. Let me turn you up. Let me turn them headphones up.
Turn me up.
Okay.
Turn me up.
Turn them up. Hey, bro? I know you only got a few moments, but I gotta give you your congratulatory welcome. Welcome back to MM2K Gaming News, brother. It's been a long time coming.
Yo.
How you been, man?
It has. I've been good, man. I've been good. I can't complain. I'm a little bit like I said, I'm a little bit sick right now, but besides that, I'm good. I can't complain, man. Everything
got you.
A little irritated with the current situation, but besides that, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? So
glad to have you back. Now, this is what
chat hear me okay?
Can y'all hear? Y'all should be able to hear him, right? Y'all should be able to hear him.
Chat, let me know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I can. This is reference. All right, Doc, I'm gonna shut up because I know you're working on limited time. You stay as long as you can. You're more than welcome always. And if you ever see us live, feel free. If you're like, oh, here goes that MM2K capping, jump in. You know how we used to do it on the commission. But go ahead, brother. The floor is yours. Let us know what you think about all this.
Okay. So, yesterday I made a video and I might have came off maybe a little a little bit too aggressive, but it was real. It's exactly how I feel. Okay, and I want to make the clear distinction. Okay, and this is where I think a lot of people are not picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, this is a slap in the face to every single Series X owner, and I have to emphasize on the X part, because if you purchased a Series X, I don't care who you are, don't you lie to me, you bought it with the perception that you were going to receive the more powerful Xbox, not just by a little bit, but by a lot of it, right? And the truth of the matter is, it's been clear this entire generation that everything has been catered for the Series S. The problem that I have is I don't like being lied to like this, and then you're telling me that I need to accept the lie. That's the issue here. That's the problem with all of this. So Starfield coming out at 30 frames per second, that's a problem. Redfield coming out at 30 frames per second, that's a problem. This now coming out at 30 frames per second, that's a problem. The fact that you can't tell me, nobody could tell me what Indiana Jones is going to come out. No one has the testicular fortitude to tell me, no, there's going to be a performance mode, because right now you don't trust Xbox to drop a 60 frames per second game on the Xbox Series X. And I think we're all under the same conclusion that if it was only the Series X, they would probably be able to do it. So that's the problem that I have, is that it's the Series X owners that are looking like idiots right now. And that includes me. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. MM2K, if you bought a Series X, I'm sorry, brother. I promise you, I'm not trying to offend you. But I'm telling you right now, they made us look like fools, okay? Because there is no need. I can't, in my right conscience, recommend an Xbox Series X to somebody that wants to get into Xbox. Why would I would recommend the Xbox Series S 1 terabyte version. Why the hell would I recommend an X? For what? So that you can see the game at 4K? And that's why I don't like when people cap like that, because they'll be like, you can't tell 60 frames and 30 frames. Most people won't know the difference. You know what you won't know the difference? The difference between freaking 1440p or upscale dynamic scale on a 4K TV. That's what you definitely can't tell the difference. You can't look at a screen and tell me that you know exactly how many pixels are on that freaking screen unless you're Digital Foundry. But you got the nerves to tell me that you can't tell the difference between 60 and 30 frames? Out of your damn mind. If you can't tell the difference between 30 and 60, then you're not a gamer, because ain't no way someone that plays video games a lot can't tell the difference between a smooth gameplay experience and not. Come on now, it's getting ridiculous. But okay, you want me to sit down and take this. You want me to sit down and take this with a smile. But guess what? I'm not MM2K. I'm not. And it's only a matter of time. It only took a matter of time until I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with being lied to. And here's the thing. I know why I hear you want to come in, but hold on. Let me get this off.
Oh no, go ahead. It's all yours, brother.
Okay. Listen. What people don't understand, and they get mad at me when I tell them this, is I am more Xbox than you. You were more Xbox than me when Xbox was all about the hardware. But we all know Xbox is not just about the hardware. They care more about the entire ecosystem. When I tell you I'm more Xbox than you, because I utilize Xbox on everything, and that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. They want for you not to need an Xbox. That's exactly what they want. Why am I still here defending the Xbox Series X? Or why would I defend the Xbox Series X when Xbox themselves doesn't give a damn about the Xbox Series X? The Xbox Series S, the S, is the only Xbox console that makes sense right now. If you want to jump into AAA gaming at the best value possible, you can get a Series S right now for $250, and you can play 95% of the games that are coming out. That is a tremendous value. That's the S. That's the S's selling point. What's the Xbox Series X's selling point? That you get a disk drive that you're not going to use? Did you get 1 terabyte? The S has 1 terabyte. Bro, what like what are we doing? So that's all it is, MM2K. Now,
Yeah.
if we want to talk about Hellblade, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I played Hellblade, the first one. I beat it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Here's the thing with Hellblade, though, MM2K, that a lot of these people, I'm looking at them talk about this. Okay, you ready? Hellblade was not, I'm gonna say it real clear for your chat right now, was not a phenomenal game because of its visual. Hellblade was not a phenomenal game because of its gameplay. Hellblade was a phenomenal game because of the way it puts you into an atmosphere, and the gameplay played along with that atmosphere. But there's still there's still combat in that game. Not only is there still combat in that game, but there's combat that's heavily reliant on, guess what? Parrying. And you know what 60 frames per second does in a game that you could have to parry? It makes it way more responsive. Any video gamer will tell you that. That's why you will never see a fighting game at 30 frames per second anymore, MM2K. That's why you don't freaking see it, right? So all this talk about how great Hellblade looks, they still have to lock in the way they told the story from Hellblade. Because you got to understand, there's people out there that say they're looking forward to this game, and then there's people that are really looking forward to this game. I'm telling you, MM2K, if you get a chance to play this game and you get a chance to beat it, and you play with headphones, because you got to play with headphones, and you actually beat it, I promise you, your anticipation for the second game is going to be different. But you know that what they did the first time was a masterpiece, and it's very difficult to repeat masterpieces.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of anything creative, anything artist-wise, right? It's really, it's very difficult to recreate that. But if somehow they do, it's not going to be because of the motion capture that they used. It's not going to be because of how beautiful her eyes look. It's not going to be because of none of that. And I'm watching this community focus so much on the graphical fidelity of a game, where it's like, yo, half of this game is all about the mental aspect of it. What are
the atmospherics? Yeah.
Yeah, the atmospherics of it. The atmospherics of it. So I don't know. I that's why I'm not hyping this game up yet, not off of screenshots or what they've shown so far, because I can't. I know better. I know better in M2K. We'll see when the game comes out. Forza Motorsport was supposed to be one of the best looking games ever, and on the Series X, that game's a joke. The game's a joke. Yeah, it looks good, but the fact that you compare it to Gran Turismo, what's the point? I thought this was supposed to be. Was definitely going to show the power of the Series X. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. And
Doc, I got my theory. I got my theories. I just want to throw this out there too. I'm gonna let you continue, but screw my theories, because we got you here. Why is this happening? What do you think is going on?
Why is what happened? The
Hellblade and these games, like you just mentioned, Forza, these games not hitting the way that they're supposed to hit on the world's most powerful console. What do you think is happening?
Oh man, I wish I could tell you and pinpoint and tell you that yes, it's because of the Series S, but it's not because of that. It's because it's the best way I could explain is because they don't care, and they feel like they don't have to. They don't have to optimize for the X. They don't have to optimize for the X. Not a lot of X's sold, right? More S's sold, right?
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
Their mentality is, which is what was bothering me the most about this community, is it's almost like they agree with these content creators that are saying, if you wanted power, you should have gotten a PC. But to me, it's like, wait. MM2K, I was here in the beginning of the generation. I remember people posting about, if you want the power, you go ahead and get the Series X. And if you just want to play at 1440p, wasn't that what they were saying? 1440p was supposed to be the S. 120 1440p was supposed to be the S. I'm not, MM2K, I'm not crazy. You're not going to gaslight me. No, you're not going to gaslight me. I remember it was 1440p, 120 frames, the Xbox Series S. Machine learning, tools, RDNA, all that other stuff, right? If you want the real powerful console, then you go with the Xbox Series X. And that's what people, that's the thing, right? I pre-ordered my Xbox Series X, right? So I was one of the ones that got it when it came out. So no, you're not going to tell me, like, if someone buys the Xbox Series X now, after everything that has came out, okay, then now you definitely didn't buy it for the power, because there's no point for that.
Yeah.
But man, there hasn't been, what I don't know, MM2K, you looking from the outside looking in. How would you sell an Xbox Series X over an S? Over an S. Sell an Xbox Series X over an S.
For now, look, man, the decor goes great with black setting and in the dark atmospheric living room. This is great decor. It looks like
there's a black S. There's a black S.
Oh yeah, that is right. Shoot, I don't know, man.
That's what I'm telling you. Even the best argument I used to hear was I wanted more storage. That's done. The S has a 1 terabyte now.
Yeah. I don't know. It makes for a great enlarged ashtray. I don't know, man. You said something very powerful that wasn't on my radar as much as incompetence. You're saying it's not incompetence. You're saying it's just lack of concern. Like, they're looking at the numbers, they're looking at the saturation of the S, and they're like, why bother?
Yeah, come on, man. And anybody out there that's saying that Microsoft is incompetent really doesn't understand how money works.
Yeah,
really doesn't understand how money works. You can be incompetent based on your resources. When you have unlimited resources, you can get someone that's competent. You're telling me that if they did it, if they told Microsoft you had to make sure these games ran at 60 on the Series X, they would make it happen. They would make it happen. They would figure out a way to make the games do that. But they don't. There's no need for that, because the biggest need is to satisfy the biggest picture, which was you could play anywhere, and that includes the S, right? So I don't know, MM2K. it's just for me, I'm just kind of like, bro, another game at 30. They literally, I saw the writing on the wall when they released a first-person shooter at 30, and people defended it. People defended it, saying, well, it's not a competitive first-person shooter.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What? And I don't know. Do you think, because Redfall is not UE5? There's nothing going on in Redfall that screams to me, oh yeah, I can understand why this is 30 frames per second. Now you got me in conspiracy theory 10 full hat mode. Do you think that Redfall was the precursor, was the test case to see how well people would absorb 30 frames per second first party games from Xbox? Or am I just being a conspiracy theorist here?
I don't know, man.
He's like, man, I don't even want to think about it. I'm just sick of this crap. What does gaming look? What does the future look like for you, Doc Dark? Being that you know what you know, is it just like, look, man, are you getting the next Xbox console, or is it just like, look, man, I'm just going to invest my resources into a PC? What is your approach?
This and again, this is the answer people don't like, right? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, right? You gotta give props where props is due. Okay, I am a console gamer at heart, right?
Okay.
I prefer the consoles at most, right? However, right? I'm not opposed to change, not at all. And now I'm looking at everything that I get on the PC realm, from the Asus ROG Ally to my freaking 4070 laptop to my freaking desktop PC that I just purchased, and I'm about to reveal the specs here and pretty soon, whatever, right? And it's a low-end PC, but it's still freaking doing things that demolishes my Xbox and my PS5 because the Xbox is capped. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that my Xbox is more powerful, but what's the point of having all that power if you're not going to let them use it, right? But my thing is this, right? If I tell you that I won't buy the next Xbox hardware until they prove what it is supposed, I'm not gonna buy the next Xbox hardware based off of a promise. I'll tell you that right now. I'm telling you that right now, right? So that whole the biggest generational leap BS. Show me what it is. Yes. Show me what it is. Yeah. Show me what it is, because you're not gonna tell me that the biggest generational leap is gonna be a game that a console that you can dock and play on the go. The Switch been doing that.
Yeah.
Right. So what is it? What's going to be the next generation? Playing on cloud? We've been doing it. What could possibly be the next generational leap? What could it be? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not. You're not selling me on a promise. That's what you're not going to do. But here's the thing. Even though I may not buy the next Xbox, this still does not mean that I'm not gaming with Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what and that's what people don't understand, and that's what people don't like. They think that if Xbox loses the console, that they lose. And no, that's not necessarily true. Xbox, I think, loses if they do lose Game Pass. I think that's it. They're done. If they lose Game Pass and they can't figure out how to make Game Pass successful for them, then yes, then they lose it. But for me, if that happens, if I lose Game Pass on all my devices, because that's the other thing, right? If I drop the Xbox console, me as a gamer, I really don't lose anything, because I still Xbox ecosystem. I still keep my gamer tag. All of it. I'm just playing it now on PC. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just frustrating that I wasted $500. That's my frustration.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But the next Xbox, if I don't purchase it, it still doesn't mean that we're not gaming Xbox. And that's where people, I think, are confused, or people don't want to look at Microsoft or give Xbox their props. Like, oh, Xbox is down, Xbox is losing. Like, Xbox is, you gotta be very specific. Xbox is losing the hardware side of gaming, but gaming has gotten much bigger than just hardware. Has gotten big than just console. Let's say that. They've gotten way bigger than gaming has gotten way bigger than just freaking console and hardware. So, and if anybody doesn't want to believe me, all you got to look at is look at GeForce Now. GeForce Now is a thing, right?
When you say bigger, you mean you're talking about capabilities, like as far as what it can do, who it can reach. Right? Is that what you mean when you say bigger?
As far as like gaming is bigger than just hardware? Yeah.
You're talking about capability, because GeForce Now, and I have this argument with Cold Blood all the time, but I GeForce Now is doing some amazing stuff. So even though it's not popular, when you say bigger, you're not necessarily talking about popularity. You're talking about capabilities, right?
Right, because even if we want to go with what's the most popular, it's not even hard. It's not even console gaming, but we know that it's mobile gaming, right?
Yeah.
So it's not even. It's not.
But amongst AAA gaming, it is console, PC, whatever. But cloud is capable. Cloud will be the future. Cloud will be able to deliver you high fidelity gaming. It'll look great and all that other stuff. And if Xbox can land there, if they can find a footing there, then they'll be able to succeed if they can find a footing there.
You know how MM2K, I always say there's levels to this, right? And I always believe I'm humble enough to know that there's always somebody smarter than me, right? And I gotta believe that these people that are making these decisions are smarter than me, whatever, right? However, no one's perfect. Companies do get things wrong, right?
Yeah.
This
Uh-oh. Did we lose Doc? I think we lost Doc. You might have to pause for a second. No. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, please. We got 20 people watching. Doc came here to preach. We got 16 likes. We should at least have 20 likes. Hit that like button, and don't forget our poll. Where are you planning to get Hellblade? This turned into a Hellblade podcast. At some point in time, once we get past Hellblade, we are going to talk about Stellar Blade. We are going to talk about other stuff, but we got the illustrious Doc Dark here, so I don't know if he had to go.
No, Doc is saying exactly what I was saying the whole time.
Yeah.
Put all your money into fucking Game Pass. That's the only thing that is keeping Xbox fucking alive at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. That's why I said Xbox can fit into your portfolio even if it's not your number one way to game. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for, okay, we ain't got to be number one with everybody, but maybe we can be number two. If we're not, we don't have to be number one with the largest group, but if we're number two for everybody, we could still see some success. I agree with that, but I think the bigger issue is that people got to understand that you don't have to defend everything. I think Doc just showed that. Doc didn't all of a sudden say, I like PlayStation. He didn't all of a sudden say, I'm getting a PS5. But Cold Blood, Doc sounded like me after God of War 2018 dropped and it looked better than anything on my Xbox One X. He sounds frustrated like me. And where the community turned on me was like, no, but Phil said, Phil promised. And Doc is just making the progressions like I said he would. He's making the normal progressions as he can't fathom, he can't understand. And Cold Blood, I know you said, well, I knew better, but I didn't understand Phil Spencer like that at the time. I couldn't understand why these people that get paid so much money would sit here and make all these promises and really most of them don't land. They fall so flat. So, of course, if you're sitting there saying that this is going to be the output, I'm used to if an executive doesn't make that promise unless it comes through when it comes to gaming. And with something with Phil Spencer and Xbox, it just doesn't land time after time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jonathan with the $5. He says, good ass show. Yeah, man, that's what I hope we can get the commission back one day. My schedule's so messed up.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Did my mic come back?
Yeah. Okay, you back now, brother. Yep, you're good. Okay, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, you had faded out. Go ahead.
Yeah, but my bad. But long story short, yeah, my man is right. Game Pass is what's keeping Microsoft alive this generation. I don't know anybody that would deny that. I don't know anybody that would deny that. But then here's see all of this connects, right? One of the biggest advantages to Game Pass is that you're getting the first party games day and date. Now, if the first party games are not satisfying you, then what the hell's the point?
Yeah.
What the heck is the point of using that as an advantage for Game Pass over any other service if the first party games are not satisfying? But again, and this is what I'm trying to tell anyone that's a Series X owner. Listen, dude, if you are a Series S owner, you're chilling. You understand why that game is coming for you, and it's gonna be a dynamic resolution, which means it's not really 4K, right? They like to throw that word, right? Okay, it's gonna dynamic resolution, and it's gonna be at 30 frames. You're on a Series S, of course you understand it. You only paid $250 or $300. Of course you understand it. You're not gonna complain. You wanted the budget option. You understand that if you buy budget things, that's what happened. But when you buy the premium console, and you're still getting basically the same stuff. Like, come on, man. If it wasn't for Digital Foundry, people aren't out here counting pixels, right? So, yes, that's disappointing. So, the only solution is if you're a Series X owner, it's almost like Microsoft wants to force everyone that's a Series X owner, like, yo, just convert to PC. You're still giving us the money, which is still Microsoft money. That's what people don't understand. Like, yo, Xbox is under Microsoft. It's still Microsoft money. If you get a PC, you're not building a Linux-based system. You're lying. Not everyone out there is going to build a Linux-based system. If you're going to switch over to PC, you're going to get a Windows-based system, which means you're still paying Microsoft. You're still going to, whatever games come out, like Microsoft is still going to make their cut. They're still going to make their money. If you got Game Pass Ultimate, they're still going to make their money. So it's like, Microsoft ain't, you think they really tripping? If I tell them I'm not going to buy any more games on Xbox, or I'm not going to play games on my Xbox, I'm going to play them on my PC now. Do you really think that someone at Microsoft looking at my video, taking a dookie on the Series X, but then I show them that I got a PC with Game Pass, and I'm oh my God, I'm getting so frustrated right now. Do you understand that I can talk all this trash about that Series X, but I'm still paying the $15 a month? Do you really think Microsoft cares? They don't have to care. That's the problem. Sony's bread and butter is on that console, on that PS5. That's why I'm surprised that their output is what it is. That's why I'm surprised that they keep giving them remakes and remasters. That's why I'm surprised that Sony's doing this. I don't know what's going on over there because they're very creative and they're very good at what they do, right? They know how to cater to their fans. So when I'm looking at this, like, okay, Sony's only making remakes, remasters, and like just not a lot of output of their first party game, which is their staple of what they, you know what I mean? But the good thing about Sony is they're the more popular brand. So all these big major third-party deals that they got, bro, they're killing the game with that. And what Xbox is doing right now is they're allowing Sony to now even get a stronger foothold. Because next generation of consoles, man, how the hell are you gonna recommend somebody get an Xbox?
Yeah.
How, bro? I don't know. But again, I gotta believe there's people up there that are smarter than me. But I don't see it. I don't see how you forget about your Xbox Series X. MM2K. I've never even seen a commercial for the Series X. You know that? The only time I've seen the Series X promoted is when they have like a special edition, like the SpongeBob edition. I think it was the last time I saw Series X promoted.
Yeah,
bro, they don't promote the console, bro. They don't promote the Series X.
Yeah,
they have commercials saying no consoles needed. No consoles needed. And when they do show a console, it's usually the S. You know what? I'm gonna get frustrated. And it's Friday. I need to be happy.
Don't make yourself sicker, man. Yeah, I get it, Doc.
I need some advice from you, MM2K, though. I need some advice from you, bro.
Here's my advice, brother. I know I put a lot of hyperbole out there, and I talk a lot of ish on Xbox. But trust me, you sound, if you go to my older videos, you sound exactly like me come 2018, the beginning of 2019, because then I started hitting these realizations that you're hitting. It's just that you jumped on the Xbox brand, later than I did, and now you're realizing the same things that I've realized in the progression. And believe it or not, I hate to tell you this, Doc. You're looking at a mirror in the future. You're going to be sounding grumpy about Xbox just like me several years down the line if they continue down this trajectory. I'm telling you. So, I understand.
Yeah. I understand. To a certain extent, right? Because it's like this is what I tell my kids, right? It's like when people show you what box they belong in, then you need to put them in that box, right?
Yeah.
And then you can't get mad at them anymore. You got to understand this is the box. This is who they are. This is what they're showing you who they are. Don't be mad at them, right? Yep. They showed you who they are. If you keep expecting other stuff from them that they haven't showed you, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
So
yep.
As of right now, I don't care what anybody tells me. Microsoft does not give a damn about the Series X. And I would love somebody to argue with me that they do. Again, that's my issue, is the Series X. Listen, Unreal Engine 5 game running on the Series S that only costs you $250. Yes, that's phenomenal. That's an amazing value. That is incredible. The Series S owners aren't losing. You know what you were getting. But if you bought a Series X, what do you have to brag? What is it that you're bragging on?
Yeah.
You spent more money for a disk drive that you don't even use. What fools are we?
Oh, man. Well, yeah, Doc, no truer words have been spoken. Doc, I mean, you're more than glad to stay as long as you can. But I think it was important for people to hear your perspective on this. Because people look at me and look at Cold Blood and they say, oh, you just hate Phil. You will sink other people that are really batting for the brand because y'all believe the messaging and you believe the direction that they stated they want to go in. I think it's important for people to hear from y'all. I mean, that's why I just shut the hell up. I just asked a couple of questions. You know what I mean? But thank you, Doc, for that, brother. If you want to stay, we're about to talk about Stellar Blade, or if you got to go, I know you got to go. I know you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better.
I gotta go. I don't want to talk about that. I respect
I know this was a great therapy session, and I would have let you keep going, but then I heard my wife come through the door, and pretty soon she's gonna destroy all my fun and make me get off this shit. So,
you good. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys have a good one. I'll be watching the show in the background, man. Thank you for letting me walk out.
All right, appreciate it, brother.
Take care, bro.
All right. So hold on 1 second. I gotta hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. That was weird. Hold on. What the hell? Uh-oh. You guys got to excuse me because my phone is acting up. It's playing. I want to from this computer. There we go. Play it from the computer. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry about that, y'all.
Actually, I got a better advice for Doc.
What's that?
Just buy a good ass PC.
Mm-hmm.
Have your Game Pass and whatever else you want to play, and just ignore all this background noise about Xbox. Mm-hmm. You're gonna feel much better.
Yeah, no, that's true. I totally agree. Yeah, I wish I wanted to say that to Doc, because Cold Blood, I know you know your PC stuff. I put them together. Yeah, when it comes to PC gaming, bro, Doc, if you're still listening, Doc, please, this is a great starter PC for you. Do some 1440p gaming if possible, or 1080p. But eventually what you're going to want to do is, this is what I was telling people, and people got mad at me for saying this, but I'm just trying to help y'all out, man. Look, sell your Xbox Series X if you got a Series X. I agree with Doc. If you got a Series S, you should know what you was getting yourself into. Keep that shits, you right? But sell your Series X and start investing in PC parts, right? And you gotta get the top shit. Like Cold Blood, I'm not that aware of processors, but I know get the 4090, 4080, whatever. Get a 4080 or above. I feel maybe 4070 at the least, because you don't want to be sitting there tweaking stuff all day. You just want to put the stuff in and it just works, right? Play the game, it just works. Cold Blood can recommend the best CPU for you, and then slowly but surely consider getting a PlayStation 5 as well, so you can get their games day and date. Even if you just start off with a PC and, like Cold Blood said, turn off the background noise and just play games, man. Just play the games. Silverback says, next up, Porter Rock. You know what? I'm going to use this time to shame Porter Rock. P-Rock, your brother just came on here. Your brother used to do a show with me. P-Rock, I've been asking you to come on this damn show. No, Porter Rock can't come because of when we air. That's why. Z can't come on because of when we air either. I wanted both of them to come on. And I've been reaching out to Porter Rock recently. He's at work right now. He's probably listening right now. He's at work right now. But I would love to be able to do something with Z, with Porter Rock. Shit, I'm reaching out to Tim. Tim might be able to come on before any of them. We working here, man. We're working here. I'm trying to reach out to my brother Tim Dog, my brother from another mother. We'll get Tim Dog on here. Yeah, Holomoko. Here's the thing. Cold Blood. Doc and I have podcasted before. I introduced him in the stadium. We got cool and we did a limited show, ran about 15 episodes, and Doc graced us on many of those episodes. So me and Doc have always had a pipeline, and I love Doc. Doc is a great guy. He's a real great guy. Porter Rock. I've known Porter Rock since I started this stuff. We were quote unquote adversaries, even though behind the scenes a lot of us talk and we're jovial and we get along. In one of our better performant episodes, we owe that to Porter Rock, because Porter Rock gave me his slide that he used in his show. I asked him for it, and then I was like, "Yo, bro, come on the show." And his schedule is what it is, So. But yeah, we all have pipelines to each other. It's not the red carpet affair that a lot of people try to make it out to be. Tim Dog is one of my brothers. Me and Tim Dog would go at it every day. And I never used that as a way to try to boost myself. I talked to Tim Dog. I never did that. I never used my brother. I could have added him at Twitter to give myself some clicks or what. Never did that. Now that he's being as vocal as he is, I would like to get Tim Dog on the show when the opportunity presents itself. You know what I mean? So yeah, we working. We're going to get some of them names out here, man, and let them speak their truth. You know what I'm saying? Holomoko said, unite the broadband bullies. See, my thing is that I wish I could do the 8 o'clock podcast. Like me and Cold Blood, we wanted to do something later in the day. He's making adjustments to his schedule, and I'm trying to find a way, but it's just my schedule is just too wonky and too crazy. You know what I mean?
When I moved, we can do shows on weekends.
Yeah. When my wife is sitting there lurking in the background. When my wife ain't sitting there trying to be a slave runner and my weekends are free, yeah, we could definitely do stuff on the weekends. I'll let you guys know. In the back, she's walked off because she knows I'm live on air. Some of y'all know my wife. Y'all heard her when I was playing the Division at one time. If y'all was following me and she came and cussed me out live on air, y'all know she can be a doozy. So yeah, but yeah, when the opportunity presents itself, like Cold Blood said, we'll do some stuff on the weekends. But we got some
fucking time zones. It's the time zones.
Yeah.
Because me living in Germany and him in fucking America, bro, that's
a
time difference of 6 hours or something.
Yeah, 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, that sucks. Especially when we get daylight savings or you guys have a time adjustment, it just throws everything off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I find it interesting, Cold Blood. To your point, we have this poll up here, 16 votes. 69% said other console, 31% say PC, none for Xbox. So I hear y'all say, what is the big problem? What is the big problem? What is the big problem? That's the big freaking problem. Y'all people were sold on performance and they're not getting it. Y'all heard Doc Dark give his spiel. I shut the hell up. He let you know why. Like this, it's not, I mean, you don't have to, okay. Let me say this real quick and then we're going to move on. I had a conversation with my son. He just turned 18, right? And he's going through some medical stuff that just came out of nowhere. And so there's certain activities and things that we told him, like, look, until we get this medical condition under control, bro, just some things you just got to be leery of. And he doesn't understand. And so I'm like, you got to make sure that you're not doing ABC, XYZ, right? And so I've been checking on him and said, you've been doing ABC, XYZ? And he's, no, Dad, no. And I'm like, you're fucking lying to me. And he's like, okay, yeah, maybe so, Dad. And I'm like, bro, you're of age now. I don't need to protect you. I mean, you're not going to get on punishment. What the fuck am I going to do? I said, the worst, somebody might throw your ass out. The point I'm trying to make is, look, we know that y'all like Xbox. You know that we like PlayStation. Okay, that's fine. But we're grown men and grown women. You don't have to lie to kick it. You ain't got to lie and make something seem okay when it's not okay. What does that do? Does your Xbox like dissolve? Is there like some mysterious acid that pours out of your Xbox if you tell the truth and dissolves all your games and erases your games digitally from the server blades? No. If anything, you telling the truth results in them understanding, okay, we're not going to get away with this. That draws the line in the sand, and it could lead to a better product for you. So I don't. Again, you're not going to get on punishment like Doc said. He's giving it a shot in the dark. He's just like, look, what is Xbox going to do to me if I tell the truth? What are they going to do in general if I tell the truth? There's no guarantee. So it's just better. What is the apprehension about being honest? Because some ponies on Twitter is going. Cold Blood himself just told you. If y'all are that sensitive, get you a PC and separate from the noise, man. It's time for y'all to be consumers again. Bulls for life. What's up, brother? Good to see you. It's been a long time, man. All right, with that said, he said, Hollabuckle said, I forgot the fifth member of Triple B. He was a huge hate. You talk about Nethos. You talk about the homie Nethos. Shout out to my brother Nethos. Nethos, I love you, brother. He's going through it right now, man. Nethos is going through it right now, Hollabuckle. All this negative Xbox stuff, I think it's getting to my brother Nethos. I love Nethos, though, man. He just knew. All right, real quick story. Triple B story. I remember when in 2018, me and Nethos, we were live on air. Cold Blood could have probably seen this episode where we had heard all this stuff from Jazz. I remember hearing some stuff from Rand and all these insiders, right? And they were like, yeah, man, the Xbox is going to have the best showcase. And they told us all the shit that we were supposed to see, right? And then Z was like, man, don't believe that shit. He's like, bro, you know I got connections. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You believe in Jazz over me. Like, I just proved them wrong about Crackdown. Like, what are you do? And we did not want to listen. And I remember live on air, because me and Nethos were smelling ourselves, because we had that XBR podcast that we just had, like a big breakout. That's the episode that we quote unquote had J-Dub on. J-Dub, a Graphic God. We had Graphic God on there, and he exposed Crap Gamer and all that other stuff. We were smelling ourselves. We was like, nah, man, F that. Z don't know what he's talking about, right? So we went and did a show talking shit on Z. Z was like, okay, say you know how Z be, say no more. I'm gonna let y'all rock. The showcase comes. It's a complete dud. It's trash. I think that's the year that Phil Spencer came on live and said, well, you know, and they were making fun of him at the Giant Bomb interview. And he was like, well, I was more excited about what I didn't show you than what I did, what I did show you. And Z said, see, Nethos went and took his lashings live on air. My ass, I avoided the show for a week. And I think I sent Z a letter to read live on air. So something goofy like that. I was just playing along like, oh man, I'm embarrassed to come on the show. Anyway, to make a long story short, I learned from them that all this wishful, hopeful thinking, the stuff that Doc Dark is speaking to, like he's not falling for that ish no more. I realized I needed to stop falling for it, right? And only judge them for what they actually put out. And all this in-flight, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do this and we're going to do. And when none of the shit lands, I'm done with that, right? Nethos didn't get out of that phase yet. He got caught up in the hype of the Xbox Series X and the Series S. I remember he was arguing me down about the 1440p 60. That's going to be great for a consumer. And I was like, Nethos, we've already been here. I feel like this is Z all over again. Like, you can't believe Phil until he drops the product. And he just did. And my bro Nethos doubled down on it. And then I think when Starfield dropped, and Starfield ain't hit all like that, because you heard my brother Nethos. Hey Nethos, I'm airing you out. You know I love you, brother, but I'm airing you out. You heard him on podcast, yeah, man. You heard him. Yeah, you know that this is going to be the exponential part of Xbox. It's going to take things into another stratosphere. You heard him. I was like, Nethos, no, but he was doing it. And when Starfield hit, and it crashed and it burned, as far as what Xbox needed it to do versus what it actually has done, I think Nethos took a bow. He stepped to the side. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother from another mother. I will love Nethos to the day that I'm gone from this earth. But I think Nethos has just progressed through understanding what Doc is already understanding. It's taking him a little bit longer because he's so attached to Halo. That's just my theory. But shout out to Nethos. And he got some other life things going on. Like he's really making some real life moves and things like that. And shout out to him. But yeah, man, I think he's having a hard time right now when it comes to Xbox. But shout out to my brother. Oh man. All right. Cold Blood, I babbled enough. Let's do it, man. This is probably going to be one of them 4-hour King Thrash shows, man. Shout out to Thrash. Let's talk about it. Stellar Blade. Let me see. Do I got my Stellar Blade links up here? We've been talking so much about Hellblade. Let's talk about Stellar Blade real quick. Let's put it up here. Oh. Okay. Sex sales, everything doesn't have to be political for frick's sake. Stellar Blade fans support Hwang Tai Kim, and I know I butchered that, I'm sorry, as Eve controversy continues. Let me just tell you about the story. Stellar Blade, the upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive from Shift Up, is one of the highly anticipated titles releasing this month. While fans are excited, the game has been criticized for the betrayal of its protagonist, Eve, while many saying that the character is sexualized by the design and jiggle physics. That's funny to me. However, supporters defend the design, claiming it's the game's aesthetics and is visually appealing. The controversy reflects broader discussions about the portrayal of women in video games and the balance between artistic expression and objectification. So we got that up on the screen. Let me ask Cold Blood some questions, because there was this what is the name of this pub? Mary Sue. There's a like a liberal political view in regards to all this. And again, when I say liberal, I'm not speaking as a conservative. I have no political affiliation. I don't believe in any of them. I think both are siloed. I look at each individual situation and I make the common sense judgment that needs to be made. That's why I don't believe in political affiliations. There are things that I side with liberals on. There's things that I side with conservatives on. You know what I'm saying? I just look at everything objectively, and I don't try to fit into a box. With that being said, this is a liberal point of view from some publication called Mary Sue. And Mary Sue talks about this being disgusting and men trying to be gross. And they want to touch themselves all over their controller, whatever the hell that they're talking about. Let me ask Cold Blood some questions. Let's have a sensible conversation about this. So listen to the adults now, y'all. Cold Blood, are most of the men talking about this game being quote unquote creepy and over sexualizing the character as described? And again, I repeat, are most of the men? I know there's people doing that, but people are trying to make it seem like most of the men are doing that. What are your thoughts on that sentiment?
Is she getting fucking naked and raped by every single monster there?
That, well, yeah,
like what the fuck are we talking about here? No, of course not.
So people are referencing the bouncing physics and stuff like that as, you know,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Literally every single fucking game with a woman in it has fucking jiggle physics.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it a problem in Stellar Blade now?
Mm-hmm.
Because the character looks unrealistically beautiful? What the fuck are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Just go into a fucking mall and you see 5 of those at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's only those insecure fucking feminists that are so angry at all the men that just don't want any of their shit.
Don't want them. Well, let me piggyback off. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you because I want you to get it all. I want you to.
I'm just being real here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is the one complaining here?
Yeah.
Fucking woman that can't get no fucking dick. Yeah. And men that want a dick. That are the ones that are complaining about this shit. and IGN, them motherfuckers just click farming as much as possible.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, no, a normal person is gonna look at this game and think, okay, nice action game, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
A fucking lunatic is gonna say, oh my god, she has breasts, she has ass.
Yeah.
And now on Twitter, why they say on Twitter it's all about the boobs and the ass? Because you the ones that made it a
keep
problem.
Keep talking about it. Exactly.
Yeah, you keep talking about it, makes this game even more popular.
Exactly.
So shut the fuck up if you don't want this game to be promoted even more. But no, actually talk more about it. It's gonna have the Hogwarts Legacy effect, where literally people that had no fucking interest in the game all of a sudden want to play the game. All of a sudden
gonna buy it. Yeah. I don't think if it's a game. I'm sorry, Cobble. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Cause were you about to say something else?
I'm about to eat a little bit.
Okay. So he's like, okay, go MM2K, go ahead and do your little goofy rant. Here's my thing, man. If you make a game for the purpose of having political discourse, okay, fine. That's what it's for. But if I'm just making an action game, a sci-fi action game, and I decide to make a woman or a man that is attractive to, you know, more to more people in society, or I don't even know how you know, because there could be people that look it down like, no, I like someone, I like them big boned or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't someone who has quadruple Z, you know, breast cup size or whatever, or you know what I mean, or this isn't some type of hentai type of you know, affair. Okay, this is someone who is wearing clad stuff, but then what about people, or what about Thanos? I mean, or Kratos, that has no shirt on and is rippling muscles and stuff like that. There's a lot of women attracted to that. Is he overly sexualized? When you sit there and have the pause screen on, he's sitting there breathing in and out and his muscles are pulsating on God of War, right? So we trying to over sexualize the men characters for women? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's fantasy. So whenever we talk about someone beating up dragons and destroying robots or doing what Eve is doing, we always, I don't want to say we always, but often we focus on these examples of physically fit characters, physically fit and what appears to be physically strong or appealing characters. Marvel does that, and people say that Marvel tries to lean liberal, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Marvel tries to find still attractive people despite whatever liberal leanings that they have in their stuff. So trying to find attractive people all of a sudden is a problem in a fantasy game. We've been doing this for male and females all the time, since the beginning of time. There is no male superhero in the game with a beer gut and, you know, like a Budweiser baseball cap on, and it has type 2 diabetes. There's no such character, right? They're physically fit. They look like He-Man. That's the fantasy part of it. All right. So, yeah, if you're making a political game that's just, you know, that's based upon political stuff, fine. But keep it out of a game to where the sci-fi action in it is innovative. The game is innovative. It looks good. It looks great. I was thoroughly amazed. You didn't see me in my playthroughs go, oh, look at how she's jiggling, whatever. You know, again, the average normal person is not going to do that. The reason why that these videos doing all that stuff has all these views is because it's on everyone's timeline now, because you extremists are talking about it. You know? And then I want to take this time to segue into something else. I thought that we weren't supposed to body shame anyone. I'll get Cold Blood's thoughts on this when he's done chomping down. I'm ready. Oh, okay. So Cold Blood, what are your thoughts on this? Like, I thought we weren't supposed to body shame anyone. Eve looks, like you said, looks like people that you see at the mall. How hypocritical is it that these so-called protectors of women are now instituting a message of women in video games shouldn't look like that? They can look like all these other things. They can look like my neighbor Grace, you know what I'm saying, that has a drinking problem, or can look like this one, like you said, that, you know what I'm saying, ain't see the D since the D made them, you know what I mean? But they definitely can't look like this. Isn't that body shaming a woman? Because it's representative of a real live model, and there's women that look like that. So what are we doing here? What are your thoughts on that, Cold Blood?
So what do you want me to answer to that?
Like, okay, what do you think, or do you think these women, or these people are being hypocritical when they say they're protectors of women, but they get mad because a character in a video game who looks like an authentic woman actually, you know what I'm saying, is in a video game? Is that hypocritical to you or no?
But it was always hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
From the damn start.
Yeah.
Like, make a weak fucking nobody woman, nobody character in this game, they're gonna complain about, oh, she's not powerful, she's not strong, she's not independent, or some bullshit. Yeah. Now they make her the fucking main character. You look at her the whole time. It's what do you call it? It's eye candy, right? And they hate the fact it is eye candy. Yeah, to people they hate it because they know they are a single mother with no fucking prospects in life. Yeah. Besides arguing on the internet with fucking grown ass man about how they're wrong. Like, come on, bro. No. Leave games alone with this shit.
Yes, please.
I swear.
Please. Leave it alone.
Like, there's better things to fight for.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things happening in the world. Go take your fight there. Like, again, I'm not against if you're like, oh, this artist who wants to. First of all, change your fucking attitude towards other people, towards developers. Like IGN France, fuck you. Really, fuck you. You're an absolute joke. Yeah, that was
You're
very
an absolute
insulting.
joke of a company at this point. And then the apology was not even an apology, bro. It was just we re-edited it a little bit. Like, come on, nah.
Yeah.
These people hate the fact this game gets attention. They hate it so much, and I do understand why, but I don't want to understand them. They're lunatics.
Yeah, I don't mind personally if you say, look, this game about this, I want to bring some attention because it's politically motivated, and that was the intentions of the artist. But an artist is just trying to make it.
Wait. What is politically motivated on a game made by a fucking Korean?
No. I'm not.
Nothing to do with American politics.
No. And that's not American politics at all. This is some global shit that's happening. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just put this behind because look, we had IG in France that talked that goofy shit. But no, what I'm saying is, if I made a political game and I said the story of politics game featuring MM2K, if I made a political game, then go ahead, have your fun with all your political spills on that game. That's fine. But if I'm just trying to make a sci-fi action game, like, keep all your political that ain't got nothing to do, that's not relative to the game, all that, go fight that battle somewhere else. There's so many other places you can go to. So so with that said, I don't agree with trying to make this the new battleground. We get into gaming to escape that shit. We don't get into gaming to hype this shit up even more. Let's have that discussion somewhere else, especially where it doesn't apply at all. This is a sci-fi game with great sci-fi action mechanics in it. They decided to go on a certain design path. That's fine. That's part of their culture. They don't need you to come over.
I give you a promise. This is the last time I'm talking about this topic with this game. After that, it's all about the gameplay and how good the fucking game is.
Exactly. Yep.
I just want to make it clear, I don't take no shit from these fucking pronoun dudes and women that are fucking desperate.
I don't want people to think that their political views in a place where it's appropriate is being talked down to here. Like, if you, again, in the right space where somebody wants to have that conversation in their game, that is what they're driving for, and those elements in that game exist, then you go ahead and you have that conversation. If you're somebody that is simply making an action game that is not trying to drive anything political which way or the other, you're just sharing things from your culture, I don't think that you should be pulled into this whole political hoopla about, oh, well, you know, why is she dressed like that, when you're not concerned about why he's dressed like that. And isn't that a certain woman's body type? Are you shaming that woman? Like, because women that look like that actually, you know, have negative. Everybody doesn't like, oh, I like that. They have to deal with negative life stuff too. I can tell you stories upon stories of people that just happen to be shapely being told, you know what, even though you have on proper business attire, why don't you wrap a coat around your waist? Because, you know, you're making some people feel, you know, too hot and bothered, right? So these same people that's supposed to protect women, now you're body shaming, you know, you're body shaming too, right? So let's not try. It defeats the purpose of gaming, because gaming is not supposed to be about this. Keep your whatever political side that you're on, just take it to where those discussions are relevant, because they're not relevant here with Stellar Blade, period. All right. With that said, that's our viewpoints, individual and unison or whatever, in regards to Stellar Blade. Goriegas is fine. Liberal gaming, I know your political views, and I get that. And Cold Blood is more than welcome to express himself the way that he feels. We're not one of those. Number one, we don't try to touch political stuff here on this channel, and what we try to do is we foster conversation. But Cold Blood is more than welcome to express himself, just like you are more than welcome to express yourself. If you thought, oh, well, I think that this is relative here because of XYZ, trust me, your point of view offends Cold Blood just as much as his point of view offends yours. But here's the problem with society, and this is why I don't subscribe to this political talk, because we've been trained and told that, you know, if you have a different point of view, you now get a scarlet letter, and you're now this and you're now that. Calling people names like that, liberal, IOG, does nothing to further any conversation. I mean, really, it's an oxymoron for you to say, well, stop with the labeling.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to apologize? That's my fucking opinion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what exactly. That where, you know, if you don't, what's your counter to the opinion opposed to just calling? You're saying that he's stereotyping, but then you're stereotyping him. You know what I mean? I get your political leanings. I get what you side with. Cold Blood sides with what he sided with. I don't necessarily have to agree with every point of view, but that's his point of view. And he doesn't necessarily have to agree with mine. That's his point of view. I just think that we you know, so we let society put us in these corners so much, and I think it's dumb, because while these politicians and all these people say you're supposed to side with this group and side, they're stealing money from you every day while they got you fighting these smoke and mirror wars. I have conversations with people all the time. Now, just because I'm having a conversation with them doesn't mean that I agree. No, we can agree to disagree. But he just expressed his opinion. You can express your counter narrative, but I think we can do it without you doing that. I know that the political sides make that seem okay. I'm standing here in the middle, letting you know that's not necessary. That's not cool.
No, I mean, what was the stereotype? I want to know, because you didn't give me the exact example.
Well, yeah, that's why I said
all I saw on Twitter is dudes with fucking pronouns in their bio being against this fucking game. Like, I think that's a fact.
Well, I think that when you to a certain political side, when they hear someone say pronouns, they take that as negative condemnation, and then they go on the attack. You know what I'm saying? Just like if someone were to,
you're free to have you're free to have all 72 of those in your bio. I don't give a shit. I just pointed out that those are the ones being the most vocal about all of that, which is fucking weird to me.
And if you have a counter narrative where you feel like that, hey, it's not that, you can express that counter narrative. But I just don't think that the discussion goes anywhere by call. You know what I mean? We can agree, we can disagree, and we can have a discussion. You know what I mean? But I just want us to get out of the veins of because this is your belief system. You're this and you're that. Like if I sit there and say every single person that is of this, of this class is this, and I'm being bigoted, and I'm being if I'm trying to demagogue, I can understand that. But just having a different point of view, a different POV, I'm not sure if that warrants that. We can agree to disagree.
And isn't it fucking ridiculous? They're saying women gonna kill themselves because of this game.
That's yeah.
Like what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're trying to make points. I feel like, there are political people that are hitting the stage that are trying to make points that don't exist here because they want to extend their fight to new grounds, and it's just not helpful. You're not, because all you're doing is you're making people unsympathetic to your cause because you're fighting here, and you shouldn't be fighting here. That would be like me if I'm fighting a war with somebody, right? And let's just say if the war was started because somebody did something wrong to me and I'm just trying to defend myself. If in the process of me defending myself, I see someone, I'm like, I want to drive and go get my weapon, so I can defend myself. And I see someone driving down the street and I go and I punch them in their car and pull them out, carjack them so I can go get my weapon. You know what I'm saying? That person inherently is going to hate me now. They could care less what my cause is. I was sitting there minding my own fucking business and you came and slugged me in the face and threw me out of my car. So what I'm saying to those that have a certain political, whatever it is, don't bring your stuff here because you are making people that probably are not sided one way or the other now have disdain for you because they were just minding their business. They were just playing a game. It's time for the foolishness to stop. I wish people would stop being so damn indoctrinated to these stupid political views. You don't understand what you're doing, and you're actually cutting off your nose to spite your face.
No, isn't it funny? They want to be in gaming so bad, but they do everything in their power to make the gamer hate them.
To make them angry.
It's dumb. It makes no sense. It's illogical. They go against the fucking gamer. Like, what? Why? Why are you in gaming? It makes no sense to me. Why would you be in gaming if you hate the gamer?
No.
Get out. Do something else. Get in politics where you belong.
Yeah.
Then you can argue you can argue the whole fucking day with someone about how many genders are there. Have fun. And nobody's gonna care. They're gonna welcome you over there. But in gaming, it's just out of place, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a cleansing at some point. That's all I'm gonna say about this. It's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna snap.
Not to change radically and go back to Hellblade, but I saw Ron Slusher. If you're in the chat, I saw your response to me talking about Hellblade 2. Can you do me a favor, brother, before we put you in the clown corner with Erotimus? Explain to me why Dragon's Dogma being at 30 frames per second is the same as Hellblade, a first-party exclusive, being 30 frames per second on Xbox consoles only. An Xbox game being 30 frames per second on an Xbox console only. Help me with that. Oh, okay. And again, like I said, Cold Bloods, anybody with any rhetorical view is more than welcome to express themselves and say, no, you're wrong about that because substantively XYZ. But that's his point of view. My message personally.
Go ahead. You're not changing my mind on this one.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. I mean, and people have their minds made up. If they want to express and say, well, my counter to that is XYZ, that's fine. Here's my thing. I think the most important message is, regardless of where you lean, this is the proverbial, hey, I'm driving down the street. Hey, I'm fighting this war. So, pow, get the hell out this car. I need this car. Of course. Like, why? What are you doing? This doesn't belong here. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Now we're going to go to our favorite topic of the day. Gear 6. Gear 6. Which is Cold Blood's favorite topic. Cold Blood. Gear 6 is being rumored to be coming out soon. Rumors suggest that Gear 6.
Who brought that fucking rumor up?
Well, I'll explain in a second. Because we got an IG article that references it. But it's progressing quickly according to the
really
rumor.
Gonna use IGN after I fucking said that dog shit?
No, IG, not IGN.
Oh,
Insider Gaming, yeah. Catering to the trend of expansive gaming worlds, there's speculation that Gear 6 might be showcased at the Xbox Summer Showcase, fueling anticipation. So here we go. Gear 6 should be shown this year, but people aren't ready, says the article from IG. So let me ask Cold Blood, what is your hype for new Gears, especially with Rod Ferguson no longer at the Coalition? Are you hyped for new Gears at all?
Well, I'm hyped to see what Coalition can fucking do with next gen.
Mm-hmm.
What they can do on PC, not so much on Xbox. Really, I don't care about Xbox. Like I said, Xbox is forever a console I will not even consider buying. So
now,
for me, the whole hype about Gear 6 would be just seeing what they can do with next gen. But after seeing Hellblade 2 be fucking 30 FPS, brother, I don't know. You on Xbox are fucked.
So
imagine a Gears game coming out without a 60 FPS mode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they better keep, and I saw this on Twitter too, they better keep what do you call that damn engine? They better keep Unreal Engine 5 away from Gears altogether. They better keep that shit away from Gears. So
well, shit, that is gonna look like shit.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I think you addressed this. It's suggested it's going to be in first person. Would that appeal to you? If it was a first person Gears?
No. I think Z is gonna gonna game end himself.
Yeah.
If that shit is a first person.
Yeah. I don't even see how you even try it. It's like Gears in name only.
Yeah, exactly.
If this thing is a success as an Xbox exclusive, you know, do you think it will remain on Xbox exclusively, or will it eventually be for the streets, like how it seems like most of their catalog will be?
We'll see. Very soon, probably.
Yeah. I think, to your point, Cold Blood, I think that people are trying to hype up Gears. Geek to sneak in the house. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, they just want to deflect from the bad news that are coming.
Exactly. This was a controlled leak, I think.
Is it a controlled leak or someone just making shit up?
Could be. Yeah, it could be either or. Some fanboy throwing something out there.
Remember the bullshit with Resident Evil, was it 7 or 8? 8. Where that one fucking guy said, on Xbox it's gonna run F4K, but on the PlayStation it's barely gonna have 1080p.
Yeah, 1080. Yeah.
And then in the end he just he admitted that it was just a shit show on the Xbox side. That's why he needed to post something positive. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And at this point, don't believe the fucking rumors on Xbox side. They are inconsistent as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that we are running into a situation where people need to stop believing these stories as soon as they come. They're cool entertainment pieces to just laugh at, and shit, how far do you believe this? But for the people that are reaching for this and like, Gears, definitively Gears is going to be at the showcase. I don't believe so, and I feel that way even about the PlayStation 5 Pro. To be fair, I feel that way about the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think it's a real thing. I think it is. But as far as all this shit that it could be done, I mean, it's good to speculate on it, but I'm not banking my money on this. On what it's going to do. I have no idea. We'll find out when the shit finally comes out. So, Doriega says, what'd you say?
Wait, we're going from 1080p 60 FPS performance modes to 1152p 60 FPS. That's what the Pro is going to be.
That would be a sad
bro. You're laughing. I'm gonna laugh even harder if that comes to fruition.
Oh man, that would be a sad leap. Oh man,
I'm gonna laugh a whole ass podcast, bro.
That would be a sad ass proposition if so. He says I was gonna buy it on Xbox Series X until they said 30 only. He's talking about Hellblade. Yeah, man. Doc, a geek, you need to rewind this podcast. I'm going to try to put it out there. Well, I got to wait till in the morning to see if there's any copyright crap, because that helps me determine what I can put out there on But anyway, you need to see Doc Dark was here. We gave, how long did we give Doc? Like a full 30 minutes or some shit like that? Cold Blood. Yeah, Doc Dark was here. Y'all need to listen to what Doc Dark says. And look, Doc has been battling me. We've been going back and forth on Twitter, where I've been like, in a playful way, fucking with him about some of his videos and shit. And then he responded to me and said, MM2K, he came at your boy, you know what I mean? But Doc's my brother, and we've podcasted before, Geek, So Doc is not trying to placate for me at all. I even let Doc shoot his shit. There's some things that y'all know I don't agree with, but I didn't debate him. I just let him go because I wanted y'all to hear authentically an Xbox person talk about this stuff. Y'all thought I was being mean. Y'all thought I was being an asshole. Y'all thought I was being a jerk. Doc, for 98% of what he had to say, pretty much been saying the same things I have. And he validated what I said. I said, Doc is eventually going to be where I'm at. He's progressively going through the stages that I went through. I went through a stage of where I liked Xbox. I really thought they were going to do their shit, but I was kind of leery on some of the leadership decisions. Then they started doing some real leadership goofy things, and I called them out on it. But I'm like, no, I'm so invested in this. They can't be this stupid. Doc said that today. They can't be this dumb. They got to know what they're doing. They're just having a hard time executing it. And so then I doubled down on some of my rhetoric and started making content. You know, me and Cold Blood was talking about this the other day. Xbox is never going third party. I doubled down on some of my rhetoric. Now I've realized that they've sold me a bunch of horseshit, and it was all a ruse. You know what I'm saying? To pad their pockets, and they were going to be and they were being dishonest. He's going through the exact same progression that I went through, and I told y'all that a while ago because I went through it already. It's like when you try to talk to your kids and they say, well, Dad, well, Mom, you don't understand this. Of course I understand. I've been through it. I've already been there. You need to listen. So y'all didn't want to listen to me. So Cold Blood even went somewhere. He went, you know what I'm saying? He went, I don't know if he went and bought a new car or, you know what I'm saying? Went to the casino. I don't know what Cold Blood did. He even left. And I shut the hell up, and we let Doc Dark just it just turned into a pseudo Doc Dark video for 30 minutes. Y'all don't want to believe us? Go back and listen to him. This is not a PlayStation placation show. We're trying to help you on the consumer side, and y'all don't want to listen. I'm not talking about you, Geek. I'm just saying I'm talking to the people lurking in the back. Y'all, I know y'all there. God damn it, Sean needs to drop another 5 so we can. Somebody need to drop some members so we can catch you lurking now. We're telling you this for the consumer side. Yes, we may have our own perspectives on things and our own biases. But that shouldn't make you disregard what we're telling you as far as what is helpful to you as a consumer or not. Y'all didn't want to listen to me? Go listen to that 30, even if that's the only freaking thing you listen to. Go listen to that 30 minutes of Doc Dark. I don't care. But just listen to it. Wake up, man. Wake up. I gotta wake up. Geek says, I follow Doc. He says, bro, I gives no F's Gear 6 until it drops. He says, that won't make me a fanboy for He said, that won't make me a fanboy for PlayStation. Okay. I think we'll end the poll. And if we can get a couple more likes, I'd appreciate it. Hit that like button if y'all haven't already. Listen to the poll, man. We got 20 votes. Oh, go ahead.
Isn't that some kind of misconception that we want people to be fucking fanboys for PlayStation?
I don't know. I think Geek is joking.
No, I want you to put your foot against the fucking neck every time. Even if you don't have a PlayStation, you're helping the cause.
Yeah, I think Geek is just joking.
No, but I'm saying for those people that think we are trying to make them fanboys of PlayStation.
Oh, there's definitely people that think that. I've been told that personally in conversations, Cold Blood. I've told, you're only doing this because you want to back up, but you want the PlayStation fan. Fuck out of here. The PlayStation, Cold Blood will tell you right now, PlayStation fan base ain't thinking about me. I pump up GeForce Now. They ain't thinking about me. To have that belief system is heavily disillusioned, and it's ignorant, because if you were following my content instead of rambling and running your mouth and trying to make excuses for your capping, you would have seen that I have had my foot on Xbox's neck for years. But people will make up anything when they're lying to themselves. When they lie to themselves, they'll come up with any excuse. My very first video, Geek is going to be like, oh, here he goes again. My very first video is Phil Spencer got a promotion and I'm not celebrating. That is at the peak of my Xbox fandom. People are just ignorant and they have no excuse for their capping. So they just come up with stuff. They come up with talking points to make them feel better. Oh, I mean, to ignore the facts that we're talking here. If we just label them, if we just demagogue them, then we can make an excuse for not paying attention to their facts and back checking them to what's actually happened. Because if you actually look at what we're saying here on this channel, if you regardless, you take all the whatever our personal views are on what we like and what we don't like, if you actually just take the things that we're saying and cross-check it versus what happened, you're gonna find out we're right the vast majority of the time. You'll find out that the things that we're pre-warning you about seem to always flipping happen. I don't have a time machine. I don't think Cold Blood has one either. I didn't buy a time machine. Some of us used to voice Xbox hard most. Ain't the only one. Many of us here are. We need more of these bot influencers to tell the truth, like Doc or Tim. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Tim started something though, and I get where a lot of people are like, "Well, Tim should have been this." And I'm not gonna battle you on that. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Whatever. I think that's a criticism that Tim has to, explain, and maybe if he makes it here, he'll do that. That's my brother, you don't always agree with people that you're friends with, do you? You know what I mean? But they get drowned out so much. Like, I feel sorry for Doc. They get drowned out so much that you either got to do one or two things. You either got to shut up or you got to get back in line. You got to hold the line again. At least there is a counter narrative for my concern. The reason why we do this content is we want the unsuspecting gamer to know better. Just because someone with 100,000 views is sitting there spewing BS, or someone that gets that has bigger show numbers than us is sitting there spewing BS, that doesn't make it right. Because there's this belief system on the internet that if you got a whole bunch of followers, people are following you because they've done their due diligence, and they've done their due diligence, and you're speaking facts. When in actuality, what happens on the internet most of the time is you get a bunch of shills and agenda writers, and those that are cookie cutter, that follow someone that's speaking to the choir, and there may be a bunch of them, and then people see those large numbers and they're like, oh, let me just listen to this person because this person is just telling me the facts where I don't have to research them myself. And then and rinse and repeat. The number just grows and grows. More people, oh yeah, oh shit, 16,000, 20, 25, 50,000, 100,000, a million? Yeah, people are only following this guy because he must be telling the truth. Let me follow him too. And then here you've created this cesspool of misinformation because y'all are just following people with large numbers, not understanding how they got to that number. GEiX says, I did tell someone earlier, go PC, and if you can't afford it, go get a PlayStation 5. I totally agree. I don't, I would start with a PC and then get a PlayStation 5. People got mad at me when I said that. I think that's just, if you're someone that's not upset by this, if you're okay, then don't do nothing. There's nothing for you to do. But if you're someone that's upset by the revelations of all this stuff, and now Hellblade being 30 frames per second, you feel like you were duped, then do exactly what GEiX and Cold Blood's been saying. You know what I mean? He said, good episode, except for the Cold Blood Division 8. Hey, Silverback is mad at you for your Division 8. All right, folks. Tomorrow, Cold Blood, how late are you going to be up, bro? What time is it?
Well, I can be up for much longer, but problem is I can really talk.
All right. Do you want to do the stream tomorrow? because I got something to do at 7 a.m. my time, but I'll be back by 10 a.m. my time, which should be 5 p.m. your time. Does that work for you, or you got something to do?
No, we can do something tomorrow, sure.
Okay, okay, guys. So here's the thing: we're doing something new, and let me put this in the Discord. We're doing something new with Foamy Fridays, because we're trying to find the best place for it. To join the Discord. We're going to do this next episode of Foamy Fridays. We're going to make it Discord only, but the cool thing about that is anybody in the Discord can jump into the, to the, what's it called? And we can chat it up while I'm doing Foamy Fridays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my stream on the Discord. You'll have Cold Blood making fun of me and shit as I can't figure out the most elementary puzzles. It's hilarious. I as Sean, he'll tell you. I think Paul Game has been in the. I think it's funny. It's hilarious. It's just we have a hard time getting people over there on YouTube. Where maybe you guys it's probably better on Discord. So come and join us. I got to finish something. I might throw something else in there too. Come and join us in the Discord, and we'll have a grand time, man. So we'll tell you the time. Cold Blood and I'll coordinate that and confirm that. We'll tell you all the time, and then we'll have fun tomorrow, okay? But with that said, yeah, so join the Discord. He said Cold. Oh no! Cold is going to do that next week. I gotta fulfill my obligations first before Cold gets into that. So to be fair to Cold Blood, that was my fault for not telling y'all that. Cold Blood will do it next week. He's all prepared now. He said he's going to breeze through this and we're not going to get a good laugh out of him for it. So we'll see, because Cold Blood is used to a certain performance when he plays, and I can just tell he's going to be frustrated, but he swears he's not. So we'll see. What's up, Bulls for Life? What's going on, brother? Good to see you as always. Yeah, join that Discord. So when we do Foamy Friday, and if it works in the Discord, we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Well, most.
Yes, sir.
I didn't calculate the internet you need for streaming too. I didn't account for that.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's still gonna be good.
Okay, we'll see. We'll figure out something. We'll see what we can do. Oh yeah, that is right, because he's got a. We'll figure it out. Because that's right. We might, for Cold Blood stream, we're going to have to do that on Twitch or YouTube. So that's not going to happen in the Discord. That's going to have to, if we can get it rolling, because he's going to use direct stream from Luna. And he has to do that in the Discord. I mean, he can't share his Discord and do that. So just so you guys are aware, we're just trying something new tomorrow. Okay. And it's on PS Plus as well. Oh, okay. All right. Well, with that said, we appreciate.
Defeat the purpose, right?
What was that? Oh, the PS Plus.
It would defeat the purpose if I just played it on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. Because Sean specifically said he wants him to play it on Luna. You got to thank Sean for that.
You motherfucker.
Now you know how I feel. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the turnout. Thank y'all very much. We really appreciate it. We will see y'all next time. Until then, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.